titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
That's right. We're back. Testes. Hold on. We're catching up. Where am I? First time doing it. You're going to listen to it again.
Dr. Hughes.
Hello? All right, we're working. I had to make sure we're working. What's going on, HVAC? What's going on, Nico's Gamer out here? Shout out to everybody that's going to be stopping by today, listening in the future, in audio form, all that stuff. Blue smiling face, my favorite. Yeah, everybody's here. Everybody. And if not, they'll be here in a minute. You know, these numbers, they've been the shits lately. We moved up a little bit. I know I took a couple of weeks off. You know, regular people like me have lives. I got to do things, you know. I got butts to wipe, right? I got millions of kids. So, hey, let's make the screen bigger. Why don't we? I am expecting guests. That's why we look like this at the moment. Boom. Boom. Is Stuttering John, if anybody can find out for me during this broadcast, if he's going live today, I would like to snipe that. I've never sniped in my entire life. YouTube TOS, I mean, you know what I mean. I'm talking about YouTube sniping their stuff. And then I'm waking up late today. I'm like, do I really want to like shave and stuff and get ready for this show? Even though I have for the past couple of weeks got plenty of notes here to talk about. I was like, nah, no, I'm going to look like I just rolled out of bed, threw on a LA Knight t-shirt, even though I smell like $1 million. Yeah, what do I think about the new Apex update? Nico's Gamer, you've been out of the mix for a little bit. I came back to doing this show November of last year, so almost a full year back here. And, you know, it's hard getting this YouTube going. You know, everybody else knows me all over the interwebs. I mean, that's something we can do right now as I answer your question. Go there, hit the link. That's the link tree. You'll get everything there. I'm going to be doing a Whatnot show. I got a case of comic books right here. If I run out of shit to talk about, I'll just start showing you comic books that I'm going to be selling auction style on that site. A lot of people like that site. But Nico's Gamer, Apex Legends lost me a long time ago. I want to say early 2024. You know, it was a good run. I know people were even like, wow, you lasted that long? I did. I'm not having fun with Apex Legends, so just stop playing it altogether. You know, when you get into these lobbies, and you know, I'm a public guy. I'm not trying to be out here playing ranked, even though I was playing ranked Tekken last night. You know, a master at that. Lost some games, won a lot of games, but Apex Legends is the shits, bro.
It's the shits.
I have no idea what it's like now. I gave up on Dead by Daylight years ago as well. That was before Apex Legends. That's how I game. I usually just stick to one game for however long until I get sick of it. But yeah, man, the gaming industry.
It's the shits.
They just want everybody's money. They're trying to make it so it's open to more people to play it, which is fine. I understand why you would do that. But my goodness, man, they want like, how about the WWE 2K DLC, John Cena's retirement DLC? You get what? 3 characters, 2 John Cena's, a Lesnar, and a something else, you know, and a couple t-shirts. And they're like, yeah, $15 more after you paid like $150. Say you bought the whole pack altogether at the very beginning for like $150. And then they keep going, no, another 15. Unbelievable. But yep. a lot of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff. Wrestling wise, not wrestling wise. But I'm going to try to keep it wrestling for most of yous out there. Again, I would love to do a snipe. Get sniping that SJ. He's a bra. He's one of my bras. We're cool. I don't hate him. This isn't a hate snipe. Shout out to you too, Paladin. I see you out there. Here's some yeets instead of yes.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
Get liking and subscribing and sharing all over the place. If you're watching on X now, let's go. Get over to YouTube. Get in the chat. It's where all the cool kids are. Nobody chats on X. Very, very rarely will I see somebody in the chat that is from X. Well, actually, no. Nico's Gamer's been doing it. So shout out to you, Nico. Come over to YouTube. At DrHUGEshow all over the world. Anyway. All right. What can I start with here? There's so much to talk about. How about this guy? I know I'm about a week or two behind as far as the outrage and what have you when it comes to these, I call them the wedge issues. Basically, everything's political now, so this has been politicized. And this is your halftime Super Bowl performer.
Yeet, yeet,
You like that, Paladin?
yeet,
You're eating now. I know you're on a delay. Everybody is, but
yeet, yeet, yeet.
some extra ones. But this,
No yeets.
yeah, he already infiltrated my wrestling. You know, I put him over even. I like that match he had. What was it with Damian Priest and all this? Yeah, it was cool. But then the dude comes out. He's wearing dresses all the time. He's look at this. I just put in Bad Bunny dress, and I didn't realize he was wearing them everywhere. He's at a gala event wearing them too. Let's see. The clip. Wow. You see that? You know, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but this is the kids' hip hop music these days. These are their icons. These are their showstoppers. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can't play that song. We can't play music, YouTube, right? I didn't do it. I didn't do it for long. All right. Don't come to my house and arrest me. But yeah, this is your NFL halftime show now. And this is my hot take on it, okay? This is a troll. They're trolling. They're trolling you on every front. And me. Trolls don't really work on me as much. You know, a little older and wiser. I don't get really outraged by things. I've seen this happen before already. But when you're talking about pro football has totally jumped the shark. Totally jumped the shark this season specifically. And I know it's been bad and it's been rigged and it's been this and that before. But I would say the last of like real good football was the 2010s. Now that you've gotten into the 2020s, things have gotten a little over the top fishy, right? When you have gambling involved and just that alone, you got the gambling involved, you got all this money, and now my Patriots are beating the Bills on a Sunday night game, big game. The Bengals just this week, a Thursday night game, beat the Steelers with Joe Flacco, who just showed up and had lunch there and then went and did the game in the most important position. What else happened? There's been a ton of these games. How about the Chiefs game recently, where it's like obvious that it was being rigged? You don't get any penalties. I saw several that they had, and the refs didn't call any penalties. None. Oh my goodness!
It's the shits.
I don't believe it. So I suspend my disbelief for Patriots games, of course, right? But did you see the Patriots New Orleans? I'm sure many of you didn't, but man, the book is making so much fucking money right now because the spread was, I believe, what? I don't know, 6 or something, which it actually should have been higher. Patriots coming off the Bills win. New Orleans, I think they won their game the week before. But, I mean, New Orleans kind of the shits. They go to the Dome in New Orleans, and these refs are calling PIs on 60-yard touchdown throws. They're going, oh, no, it's on that guy on the other side of the field. How about all the late flags? Tons of late flags. It's like somebody scores a touchdown, then they go, now we'll throw a flag. Yep, we saw something fishy over here, and then the replay goes back to the tape, and the announcers are like, yeah, I don't see anything. There's nothing there. And why are these celebrities always cross-dressing, bro? My opinion? The Illuminati. 100%. It's the Illuminati. It's the Freemasons. It's the space aliens, the reptilians. It's the Draculas in England and in the Middle East. It's because of them. This is their vision for humanity going forward. You understand? So get with it, okay? Again, I'm not against anybody being whatever they want to be, what have you. But when we're talking a population, when you look like on a graph, and all of a sudden the younger generation within 7 years believes that they're a whole nother species and things like this, like that's not organic. That means the Count Draculas and the reptilians and all that, they got together and they said, we are going to make them as confused as possible. Okay? So, I don't know what to tell everybody other than that. So don't blame me. Blame the reptilian Illuminati Freemasons. Okay? Thank you. Now I'll get off my soapbox. You know, nobody's listening anyway. They're just like, yeah, all right. Yep. I'm telling you. Something's up. You know, are we going to keep going, oh, no, it's the blue team and the red team thing? In my neighborhood, the blue team's going buck wild. They're going crazy. They get the No Kings this weekend, right? I wonder if CM Punk's out there. He might be out there. Yep. Lots of traffic. People wearing Statue of Liberties, you know, they're dressing up. You know, Statue of Liberty, that's Venus, that's Lucifer. Okay? If you didn't know. Yep. I don't know, these guests better get here quick or else, you know, we're going to go down some rabbit holes. Don't even get me started on this Charlie Kirk stuff. We talked about it already. I'll bring it up if, say, Daniel from overseas shows up. If he shows up, I might bring it up to him again. Because everything I said that first couple of days after it happened, ooh, man, do I look like a genius or what? I'm looking pretty good every time, man. I got this shit nailed. This conspiracy business. All these people are late to the game. Even Candace Owens. She just figured things out like 5-7 years ago. Really? Huh. I find that fishy. Tucker Carlson, he's all of a sudden he figured it out the past 5 years. You've been like an adult for like over 100 years now, Tucker. What are you talking about? Now you're just thinking you got it figured out. Oh, and all the UFOs, it's all connected to what? Religion and stuff, right? I got it. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, more on that later. Oh, look at this. Let's look at this. Let's goof on Rhea Ripley. This happened recently. Maybe in Japan, she got kicked in the face or punched in the face. Woof. Oh my goodness. Where's my shits? What happened to him? Uh-oh. Now my sounds are missing?
What?
No, that one's there. Why did these just disappear?
Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
What do we want to talk about?
Oh, there we go.
It's the shits.
Killing it today.
It's the shits.
Yep. Look at all the rings in your nose, though. Come on, Rhea. This is her post online, but yeah. Whew. Rhea looking rough, bro. You need 3 rings. And I believe sometimes she's got 4. Like one of these is a double. It's just, I don't know, man. The more she gets pumped up and the more she gets over with, she's like the next Hulk Hogan, right? She's like Hulk Hogan big, technically. If you're factoring in TikTok and, Drake talking about her and stuff. But that we live in a world where Drake is considered one of the greatest rappers ever. And now she's like one of the best ever. And I find it all very cringe. CM Punk is jumping into her arms, just like, the Io Sky thing. And I'm seeing videos of her carrying Kyrie around. And I just don't like that. I don't like the way she's pinning these girls as if she's like impregnating them. I don't like all the nose rings and all the demon tattoos and shit. Like, it's hideous. It's ugly. I don't like it. And thicker Rhea Ripley made a little more sense because it was like she was damn near like China at one point. But now she's gotten so skinny, it's kind of weird looking, which, whatever. Maybe some people like that a little better. Maybe it's better for her health-wise. But holy mag, she looked like the Slender Man or like some kind of like creature when she like crawls into the ring. Humping all the Japanese wrestlers. Yep. That must be Asuka's dog just slapping him around all the time, right? On the right. My goodness, though. So, she's the hottest thing in the business. I'm kind of done with wrestling. Didn't even watch SmackDown last night. Didn't really watch Raw. Get off my screen. Didn't watch Raw. I skimmed through it after the fact. So I watched Raw in 20 minutes. And I was laughing to myself pretty good. A good old belly laugh I was having. I'm watching Raw. I'm skipping through it. I'm like, yeah, I can skip this. I can skip this. And every time I skipped ahead, I hit a commercial break. Not like it stops you. I could keep skipping ahead. But I was like, wow. How are there this many commercials? How? And you mean to tell me I'm hearing from the people that have the ESPN app watching these PLEs and there's commercials on there, just as many as everything else. And I'm kind of done with it. Again, where's Stuttering John? Are you around? Please tell me you're broadcasting today. I know he's out there doing his comedy shows. We got some videos of that I saw in Brennan. I missed all of the MLC last night, too. Having too much fun for myself, I guess. Yep, no Stuttering John today. I think he's just working this weekend. Sorry, I'm not supposed to look sideways. Else you're not a real broadcaster. That's what Stuttering John says. Get liking and subscribing and retweeting. All right, what's next? Where's that Stuttering John? If you don't know, this is the guy I'm talking about. He's a badass. I don't want him to come after me in a boxing ring or anywhere else because he will beat me up just like he beat Cabby up, right? R.I.P. Cabby. Let's do it correctly.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, what's up, Mac Diesel? Cheapest seats in the house for Cena final match are $700 each. Before taxes and fees, of course. Yep. Shameful. But you know what? They also kind of shot themselves in the foot because I heard that there were up to 60,000 people waiting in just the pre-sale of the John Cena thing. Get off my screen. And that tells me they could have had this show in a stadium, they could have made a ton of money off this and made this, the tickets a lot cheaper. But nope, an arena show, Saturday night main event, which is Jesse even going to be there anymore? I'm not even shitting you. One of the main reasons I went out of my way to watch Saturday night main event was because Jesse Ventura was going to be on it. And I knew he was going to be ridiculous and he was going to say things like Uncle Old School that you may have yourself, where it's just like they're old school wrestling people and they just pop off at every little thing. So without Jesse there, often they took him off that off the matches, I think, after that Priest Hell in a Cell against McIntyre, was it? Whatever. And did Undertaker have shit in his pants or jit when he grummed? I don't know for a fact. Allegedly, possibly. I'm saying yes. You mean the under simp, right? Before we get into the under simp, it's a good little segue there. I know that's in the notes somewhere. I'll find it in a minute, but before we went live today, check this out. This is going to be a future song. This is what I do before shows.
What do we want to talk about?
No, not that.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck. Go fuck. Go fuck. Go fuck yourself.
See what I'm saying? We got some tunes to crank out here. I hear whatever that company, the music company there, the CIS or whatever they call themselves, they're gonna get fired sooner or later. So WWE, I got your Cody Rhodes remix when he turns bad right here. Thank you. Anyway, back to the under simp.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, not cool anymore. Not cool in my book. Sorry, Undertaker. You're after the podcast debacle with your boy, your friend starts a podcast. You join it because he's like begging you and getting you up to, he's like, I don't want 200, 500,000 viewers. I don't want none of this stuff. I just want to be, given millions of dollars to go on stage for an hour and talk about the past and the road and this and that. So, okay, he does some shows with him. Then Taker takes the whole fucking show from the guy, sells it to the WWE pretty much, and then has his wife in his position. So that disgusted all of us on the show. What was that, a month ago or so we were talking about it. And then, since then, she showed up on LFG. She showed up on the first season when Mickey James was there. And then, what's going on, Sleaze?
It's happening.
I'm just explaining my gripes with the Under family right now.
Oh, God.
Look at this. At the same time, and Danny.
Hello. Good evening.
That's right. The sunglasses duo. What we call them over here. But yep, I'm just explaining to everybody how the Undertaker is the under simp now. He's cringe. His wife is cringier. And this ain't what's best for business. Stealing the podcast like we talked about a month ago. I just explained that. And then what's happening on LFG now, guys? Give me your take on this. So she won LFG. Now, let me tell you how she got there. She comes onto the show first season, kind of nudges Mickey James out of her own spot. The Undertaker, that shortly after her appearance, we found out that Mickey James wasn't coming back next season. So she becomes that coach, the female coach. She gets to have all the first picks because she's new, right? Why is that a rule? They just made that up on the fly. She takes all the Booker's guys and girls and then goes on to win the thing. And I'm thinking, so Undertaker wins season 1. She wins season 2. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a work.
She is an overbearing woman. Even Undertaker on the podcast said something about her like following him to work. So big tough guy being owned by a 120-pound woman. Great.
But she's like 15, 20 years younger than him or whatever, so he's just going to let so much shit slide because he owes her in a way, whereas career-wise, he's sort of like repaid quite a lot of that. But yeah, it's not fun to sort of like, I've not seen much of it, but I've just seen clips, and to see her with his balls in her purse, it's not good. For all that time he spent sort of like protecting his gimmick and sort of like staying in character all the fucking time, and now it's one thing for as soon as he can not be in character all the time and he's gone and done all the podcasts and like, hi, I'm Matt Calloway, let's talk about in the back. But now he's got his missus just being like, brr, 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 brr. It's his fucking aura has just gone nosedived.
I believe I heard, I don't know if it's true, tell me in the chat or anybody if you know, but I think there was a rumor where she was like saying she wants to be she is a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, that's laughable.
Hall of Famer. And she talks about herself as if she was one of the top pioneers. And I'll tell you, from my experience, I wasn't watching that period. I know of her, of course, and I knew of her even then when I wasn't watching wrestling so much, but she wasn't a pillar of shit. Victoria's better than her.
Yeah,
10 times better. Yep.
So, I mean, she really's got she's feeling, was she Yoko Ono or something?
Yeah. I was thinking that the other day when I was seeing clips of them. She sucks. She sucks on so many levels.
Because it's like Undertaker's like up here, bro. He's the Undertaker.
Yeah, but she's making him look like a shell of a tough guy. Like he looks like an old man that's just been beat up, and it's by her. Not all the years in the ring. It's by her.
The mental abuse. He's just like, whatever. He just does this all the time. no yes or no, just whatever you say, honey. Oh, you want the LFG title like me? You want it like, because you're as good as me, right? Yep. Here you go.
We're both Hall of Famers.
And speaking of LFG, there's been some releases again. Kylie Ray I thought that was a little shocking, because Jericho wanted to bang her, right? Right? That's an old story, but I don't even know how true that is. Allegedly in a boxing ring, of course. Don't come get me again, Chris Jericho. Got me kicked off of Twitter one day. But who else got kicked off? Oh, BJ Ray, who was a part of LFG, known as the scumbag OC kid, the rich kid, all this stuff. Apparently, where it is, backstage, he never shut it off. And it seemed like that even on the show, that this is the kind of kid, he's not turning it off. That's who he is, and that's how he's going to do this. And they were like, get this fucking guy out of here.
Yeah, he got super annoying, it seems.
Yep. So he was out there basically, hey, AEW, I'm here. I'm annoying. Imagine him over there like hunting Tony Khan around and going, I'm the best. I'm the best thing you got, man.
Yeah, but Tony would be like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And fucking put him in every match.
Give him a belt.
Yeah, oh yeah, right off.
How many belts are in AEW now? Like 100, surely?
And a lot of them don't even make sense.
The last time I tried watching AEW, I don't know if it was like a couple weeks ago or something. I turned it on. I'm like, I'm going to give it a chance right now. I got some time. Kenny Omega's doing the Macarena.
It's the shits.
Yeah.
The guy in the mask. I don't know, one of the many luchadors that are out there these days. And I'm like, what is it? I'm out of here. I just immediately shut it back off.
That's so funny. I caught some of it last week, and you see the beginning, and it's got a good graphic and all this stuff. And then it goes right into the worst indie bullshit that you could see at any fucking armory in any town. It's such a bad show.
Mm-hmm. And then I turned it back on. The Young Bucks are there, cutting a heel promo outside of a store or something. I turned it right back off.
They're the most unfunny two people in this business. Like cringy unfunny.
There's nothing worse to me than trying to be funny and then it not landing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that's what it is. They keep trying and trying. They go, ha, ha, ha. And it's painfully, frustratingly unfunny.
And then I gave it a third try. I'm not. This is a real story. And then who's on the screen? Can you guess?
Mercedes.
Oh, Moxley.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, even worse.
Shits.
That's like the bane of my existence. Every time I turn on AEW, this guy seems to be on. And the first, he's been gone for a while, I guess, but he came back. I don't know when, but he was there when I turned on the TV. I'm just like, not again. Main event, Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Main event LFG, maybe. Come on.
Show starter, Orange Cassidy. There was a period of 6 months where every time AEW started, he was the first match. And then I just turned it right off. Man, I want to like it. I really do. Because WWE right now is complete horseshit. For example, Chelsea Green comes out on one of the last Raws. And she's back. Well, she doesn't come out anywhere. She's backstage. And Adam Pearce is there. They're doing the whole Chelsea Green, Adam Pearce, or Nick Gall, wherever she was, gimmick. And then 2 other wrestlers show up. She gets into it with them. You got a match. And it's like, oh, I don't want a match. You're doing this every week. And this is just a microcosm of what I'm talking about with just WWE. It's the same shit over and over and over and over. And I'm beyond burnt out. I didn't watch SmackDown last night. I barely watched the highlights. I just don't care. Who cares about this?
Not me either. Yeah, I'm totally with you. I've been for a while. It's fucking shite. I can't even get through clips. If I see just clips of what's happened last night, I'm just like, even this is shite.
Yeah, I haven't watched a show probably 2 weeks, to be honest. I just had to get out for a little bit. I've caught clips here and there, but I literally can't bring myself to sit down and watch any of it.
It's really, really bad. And they're saying Triple H isn't even running creative at the moment, that he wants to get more involved with politics.
I didn't get that. They'd have to really elaborate. Did you hear the whole thing about, people are up in arms, and I have my own opinion on it, where they hired a guy to be the new head of creative, and he brought in an AI program. And now people are like, oh my God, they're relying on AI and all this, but they didn't read the fine print in some of these reports where they were saying, they were trying it out as an idea. But I guess every idea that has come up through this program has been absolute shits. So
it seemed like jumbled. Like it really doesn't understand what's going on. It will eventually.
Yeah, not now.
Yep. I brought that up a few months ago. I'm like, just get an AI, have it just spit out stories. You read them and you pick them, and then you don't even have to pay anybody. You got your own. They need one that they should have people build. I'm sure it's a big TKO should be big enough, have enough money where they have almost like a research and development in a way where they're doing that type of stuff, like any of these corporations like that big. But then taking the human element out of it, how most of the old wrestlers would write a lot of the matches and the shows, or maybe they're going to keep it, the storyline, just AI and the matches in the hands of humans. Who knows? I just think that the whole future is going to be horrendous like it is right now.
Nobody can offer an optimistic approach at that. I don't completely agree that it's what's happening, because they might just be like, yeah, dear AI, please write me some storylines. But like we've discussed before, and I've said, if you use AI to sort of be an assistant or to just help you with management of stuff, you can actually use it very well. If they were just saying, right, here's a big list of all of our talent, we want to be able to use them for the next 6 months, say. Can you, with football match fixtures and stuff like that, you could use AI to come up with something like that, and they could be able to break it down so people aren't wrestling too often, or people aren't having too many duplicate matches with each other. They could actually use it in a really productive way, but they're not. They're just going to be like, please write our show for the next year. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Tracking the... not even their development, the injuries, if they're hurt, their schedules now, and just feeding that information into the machine, and it'll spit out the best case scenario. That makes all the sense in the world to do it like that. But yeah, of course, they're just going to go, no, make good story.
And all it's going to do is the same thing that Hollywood's problem is. It's just you wouldn't be able to tell probably if it was AI anyway, because they're just regurgitating old shit and just trying to dress it up as something different. Or just they're not bothering to even dress it up, just redoing the same stuff. So you're just going to constantly recycle, save some money, just get some AI. But yeah, they could use it really well and just actually help some stuff, but they won't.
Yeah, in all of entertainment, there is not a new idea at all. Everything is recycled. Everything is a reboot, a remake. Like, especially in wrestling, I was listening to Jim Cornette driving up here, and it's just listening to what was going on with the matches in like Crown Jewel and Raw and SmackDown. It's like, we've seen this so many times. Every single angle has been done to death, and there is nothing that is new. And it goes with AEW, it goes with TNA, it goes with all these indie shows, it goes with music and movies. Everybody is just taking an idea that's already happened and just redoing it. And it's just, it's getting so fucking boring.
Yep. And then they just go, well, here's a guy in a dress.
Yeah.
Here, take this guy wrestling. And I already did my old Super Bowl halftime bit, but what do you guys think about that? I think it's a big troll and basically trying to work everybody up again. And also the destruction of all the things we like once more. You know, that's how I view it, because I always see things big picture. I know most people out here are like, what the big deal? Who cares, right? Who cares? Well, you know, it's a slippery slope, all these things. And well, you go NFL, American football, Super Bowl, Latin rapper that wears dresses. Got it.
Right. That recently just sat down during the national anthem.
Yeah. Against everything that the president is doing. Yeah.
Right.
It's a troll.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. Attention whoring, that's all it is, on both parts. Him because he likes to get attention through his music, and then dressing up like a lady, and then obviously the football team, the football company, because they want people to pay attention during the halftime thing, because they'll sell advertising space. So it's just a double case of look at me.
And again, I don't care if anybody's gay. Do whatever you want. But I know what this is. You know, I get it. This is Kurt Cobain, you know, wearing a dress in the early 90s with makeup and stuff, because that's where like the punk rock stuff was at that point, where they wanted to piss you off. Right. So, and that's right. I think that's a big part of it. Oh, but also they want to get the younger generation to think that this is a cool thing,
a normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
very normal.
Normalization. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not normal. So
he does look good in it, though. Let me tell you.
Oh, he looks great. Yeah. Not normal.
Be a man's man like this guy. All right.
Oh, God, yeah.
Keep your nose on stream and, you know, literally leak out of your face and not care and spit.
Right. Have skull tattoos.
Real men spit. Oh, man. So, yeah. What else have I got in these notes? This says, all these bitches are aqua-colored lately. It's been aqua-colored for a while now. You know, they've been pushing that whole Rio versus Asuka, Kyrie. It's been one of their best bits going. You know, Asuka's doing the Japanese wrestler thing, slapping around Kyrie backstage, and everybody's, you know, all she's the most like one of the most babyface heels I've ever seen, this Kyrie, at the moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's adorable.
And she's a bad guy.
I know, but she's great, and it's going to be great when she freaks out on Asuka.
Mm-hmm. But right now, she's so scared of Asuka. She doesn't want that spit in her face. And I love, like, and I'm watching Raw from weeks ago where Io got spit all over, and it's like, that was like hours ago, bro. You know, she's backstage, like, go take a shower. What are you doing? Just gonna sit there with all that spit on you? Because that's how I see it. This is, you got spit all over you, dude.
Yeah, that's what I think every time. It's not, oh, you got this mist. Yeah. I just got spit from another human being all over my freaking face.
Yeah. What about COVID?
Yeah. What happened with that? It's got to be restrictions. Pigs.
Yep. So that happened. A lot of spitting on everybody. I don't know if were you guys here? Did you see Rhea's nose?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
One of the Japanese girls got her good. Still got the nose rings in though. Can't take those out for a minute.
She looks like John Berthnall, the guy that plays the Punisher in Drag.
Yes.
She looks so different now. Fucking hell.
Well, she'll play the Punisher and probably, after she's done with the WWE like Queen Latifah does. With,
she's got to return to The Walking Dead as Shane.
Who posted the side by side with the dog?
She did.
Fair play to her. Well done.
Yeah, she did. She knows it looks ridiculous.
Oh God, that's all I see is the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Meme coming soon.
And she's hot, right? Even without the broken nose, she's super hot.
Yeah.
That has to be a broken nose.
There was a part in Australia she came out with no makeup and she looks so good. She looks so good. I don't understand this.
No. Well, she gets detailed every day as well. Those eyebrows are on fleek. Everything's lined up properly. It's just, you know me, Sleaze. I can't stand these tattoos. Fucking hideous tattoos.
You know, and I wasn't as bad until I started hearing you say it over and over, and now like I'm the same way. Where I'm noticing more and more like every female out there has to be like head to toe tattoos. Mm-hmm. Stop it.
It's way too much.
And that stupid bullshit in their fucking nose. I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Too much.
I hate it because everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? That's if there were like a few of them, which there used to be like 10 years ago or so, that's fine. Everybody now.
You like this tattoo?
Females can't be their own entities.
I clearly don't like it.
I like that tattoo. That's not bad. Whose is that?
That's Stephanie Vacker's new tattoo.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yuck.
But now she's going to ruin herself because she has to jump on this bandwagon of fucking tattoo bullshit.
Yep, I really don't like tattoos. And I mean, especially if things like this. Now, I know people are like, oh, this looks demonic or whatever. It's, I think it's based on a constellation or whatever. So, whatever. It's just
it's Capricorn.
Like, it's gross. And then how about this? I don't care. Even if you're a dude, look at you. Look at you now with that big stupid neck tattoo. You got dragon wings going up your neck, bro.
It looks like a horror vagina. It's just, Oh, it looks like he's got it's either like from this angle it looks like a stoma, or he's got like a horror vagina on his fucking neck, on his throat. Sorry, man. Yeah.
Especially when you don't have any other tattoos as well. Like that's just very.
And you just have the horror vagina.
Yeah. See, look, I'll leave a compliment sandwich time. Look, I'll gush a bit. It's taking away from those lovely abs. When you stand there, you would normally be like, "Oh, look at them. He works on himself pretty well." But no, you just go, "What's that? And what can I poke in it?" Just.
It's just.
I can't get over. I can't get over the horror vagina.
Some big beef curtains, that's for sure.
Beef curtains. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, so
that's fine. We need you delirious every time we do a show.
Yeah,
you can laugh.
Okay.
And go, yes, neck vaginas.
But yeah, too many tattoos.
Curtains.
It is too many. And some people just end up not stopping. Like you said with that one with Vaca, it's like she's going to jump on the bandwagon now. She'll get that one, and then it's like, I have to get another one because I've only got 3, and then it's like, I've only got 17, and she's got more, and then it's just going to look like this, like you've got a black hoodie on, and you're just not going to, you're just going to have filled in all the blanks. Because people did it with piercings. It was like, oh, look, I've got one piercing. And then it was just like, I've got everything pierced. And now I'm going to stick something in my ear and stretch it. So it's got like a giant hole when I take it out, and it just dangles down. And then everyone's got like the cattle ring in the nose, because you do just look like cattle. I'm sorry. I had it pierced for like a day when I was like 17, 18. It was just really tickly, and I took it out. I was like, this is silly. But I did try and have everything pierced at some point, but just not all at the same time. But yeah, it's just like a competition for who can have the most things now, and you either end up with a face full of metal that you can't do anything with, or just, like I say, it looks like you've got a black sweater on because you've got that much tattooage.
Yeah, it's a race to be more unique than everybody else, as if you being you isn't unique enough, right? Gotta put all this stuff on me. Gotta get the 4 or 5. Like I said, one on one nose. I would date chicks that had nose rings, but they would have like one nose ring. They wouldn't have 3, 4, 5 of them. Gauges in their ears.
And you take their shirts off, nipples pierced, vagina pierced, ass cheeks pierced. Like,
how about
when
this?
does it end?
Yeah, I was seeing this one girl years ago. She had piercings on her back, on her lower back, piercing like all over the place. And she's like, "Oh, don't touch that! Don't touch this!" I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like, what did you do this for?
How do you go to the airport? I always think, how do you go to the airport with all that shit?
Like, do you ready?
Yeah.
Yep. So I
tattoos. All that stuff is like the new fake tits for women. It's back in the 90s, 80s. It was everybody had to have tits, and then it had to have lips, and then everybody had to have the fucking BBLs. Now it's tattoos and piercings.
Those
bunch of fucking sheep. Ugh.
I just figured out what BBL was not too long ago, right, Paladin? You told us. Brazilian butt lift.
Those Brazilians, man.
And then they must pump some fat into your ass. So they steal it from other body parts or something, and they pump it into your ass. And
apparently,
do you know what happens to it? Do you know what happens to it after that?
Leaks,
right?
Yes, it doesn't get healthier. We'll put it that way. It doesn't smell fresher because it obviously isn't fresh.
Ugh.
Apparently smells disgusting.
No heat.
Exactly.
No, definitely no yeet.
Yeah, he doesn't have a BBL. He got one that looks like one, though.
Didn't one of Cardi B's like old boyfriends come out and say that her ass stunk and that's why they broke up?
Garbage juice, I believe the phrase was. Garbage juice.
Garbage juice.
I'm sure it was something like that. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't a flattering comment.
Man. Yep, it's a wild time. I mean, I'm so glad I'm not like out there trying to date any of these people anymore and just even getting involved. You guys got your people. That's good. You don't have to deal with it either. But man, I can't imagine being in my 20s in this day and age where let's just be real about it. Like 99% of these people, ladies out here are, you don't even know what you're touching because they could be a dude. They could be just blowing every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the block, which a lot of them do. They're all very entitled. It's a wild scene out here.
You go down on a girl, she smells like garbage juice.
Yeah, more garbage juice. Dumpster drippings.
That's why
keeps getting you in the eye. It never ends well, does it?
Balls are on your chin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Never know where to put those, to the left or to the right. They just get in the way. It's just.
That's why the fertility rate in this world is going down because nobody wants to fuck any of these people. It's disgusting.
Well, there's people out there that do, but it's just like there's no
AEW fans.
Yeah, there's no like actually being together with people. It seems like, or that whole thing that like the finding people deal is like that's a pipe dream now, kind of. That's for us old people.
Yeah,
it's too much effort. You've got to like give something in return, and you can't just keep it transactional. You've got to like put yourself out there and be patient and sort of like go on a few shitty dates and then be like, oh, that didn't work, but never mind, I've learned something. It's if I can't find Mr. or Mrs. Right straight away, then I'm just going to keep it, like I say, really transactional and shallow. That's sadly what a lot of people do. It's not quite as bad here as it is over there. Well, We get the same instances, the same sort of people, but whereas in like the 90s and noughties, it was fewer of sort of like Americanized people that would behave in similar ways that you see in like magazines and on television. Over here now, there's a lot more people that sort of like take influence from sort of like your way. And yeah, you see lasses with all the silly extra work done to the face when it's like, oh, you would be fine just as you were, but you've just convinced yourself, or you've heard from somewhere else you need to do all this stupid stuff, and blokes don't even want that. Well, most blokes don't even want that. We don't want birds to look like bloody blow-up dolls from the 90s with that permanent expression. It's just the natural look is nice. I don't even like too much makeup. If we're going somewhere nice or we're going to, posh do or something, a tiny little bit, but less is more. And I know a lot of guys that are the same, but that's not what we've got. That's not what that's not what we've got. We've got that, and also what Doc just said with the entitlement and just the other long list of like, what are you getting?
And there's problems with men too, of course.
Oh yeah,
in this era, but I think they're more of the ones that have checked out. They'll do whatever the women say, right?
Yeah.
But when you get to a point where there's nothing you can do, then what are you doing? Like there's no game to be played anymore. They just don't want you. They want like a very small segment of men. Got to be this tall. You got to have this much money. You got to have this, that, and the other thing. And then a chick at Wendy's that works at Wendy's or McDonald's, then she might date you, right? So, yeah, it's a wild world now.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in my 20s right now, because I think I'd commit suicide.
What? You mean self-deletion?
Right.
TOS. That's right.
Right.
But definitely you don't do that out there.
No. I'm still here. I didn't do it.
Yeah. As long as you know the game, you'll be fine. Just get your money up. And like you don't even have to look good. All right, just get your money up. And trust me, you'll be all set. You'll have the time of your life. Just like,
I don't even know what these people look for in each other anymore. It used to be like, well, I look for this and this and this. I don't even know, because I'm seeing some weird combinations out there. Like, in general, at work, in public, I'm just, what's the deal here?
It's the same as always, really, but it's just so at either end, everybody's been pushed to either end of the spectrum. So guys just want hot chicks. You want hot chicks. And then ladies want security, money, status, the entire world and more, right? And that's why they're only going to settle for a small, fraction of the population, where guys are more like, oh, you work at Wendy's and you're 50 pounds overweight. Well, you got big boobs.
And I'm not going to wake up in the middle of the night with a knife at my throat. So awesome. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I'll happily take like a couple of notches on the attraction scale, for like the safety and sanity level up sort of
guys
thing.
Guys are way more open to taking nuttiness and craziness.
Most of our problems now, we've been reprogrammed with boobs, and that's why the shit blokes are in the shit state that they're in. But that just means we can be reprogrammed again with more boobs. We are simple creatures in a lot of cases. Our crazy is quite sort of like whack us on the nose with a newspaper, and eventually we'll sort of like stop. Not all of us, obviously. Some of us need a much bigger whack on the nose, but.
Hold on 1 second. I got something. This reminds me of this story. There I am. Bam, boom, boom, bam. Yeah. And then we bring it up on the big screen. And this is about Reba Hardy. Is it Reba or Reba? I don't even know. Who cares?
Trash. I'm sorry, Reba, I think.
Yeah, what is she saying now?
This
Reba.
is from a few weeks ago, where she was mad at Matt Hardy about not shouting her out properly on the Kai Cenat stream, which is this massive stream. I can't believe people watch this stuff, but okay, we're about to see a little snip of what she has to say about it.
Our live streams a little bit.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Rebecca Hardy.
Okay,
she does.
Rebecca Hardy. Shout out to you. Who the fuck is that?
Last night, my husband went on the biggest stream in the world and was asked how people could find me, a content creator full-time who makes her money on the internet. And his response was to give a name that I have never gone by professionally or personally. Am I the asshole? I've had a lot of secret haters in my life, but for some reason this one hurt the most, given how I have gone out of my way to promote this.
Oh, I can't play music. Stop playing music on everything, everybody. But I think we heard enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she did not take too kindly to that.
What did she say? She's
Very
a full-time
tiresome.
She's a full-time podcaster and that's how she makes her living? No, she makes it off her husband. Give me a break. What a twat. What a huge twat. She's always been a twat. She's still a twat. God.
Yeah,
Pronounced twat in this part.
Twat.
Twat. What a twat.
So I listen to MLC sometimes, and you know this Kevin Brennan, he's on here. He's like, "You're a loser if you've never been married. Like, how dare you not get married and have kids and do this and do?" And I'm like, dude, you're already like one-time divorced.
Yeah.
You know, he's already he tells about all these problems he's had with women in the past and blah, blah, blah. And even had problems with the one he's with right now and have had split ups and all this shit. And it's like, and you want everybody else to have that. Like, and everybody else is just a loser if they don't want that. Got it.
You're a loser if you never had kidney stones. Like, what are you talking about? You're a loser if you never had cancer.
So I'm just saying, I'm not just saying, you know, again, I think guys have their problems too, of course, these days. But I'm telling you, women are the leaders when it comes to the world. The men try to get the women, so they do what you guys are setting up. Whatever world you're really setting up the world. We're just building it, right?
We're just chasing the boobies.
Right.
Whatever maze you put up, we'll navigate to get to the boobies.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how simple we are.
Yeah.
Did we check on Matt Hardy? Is he alive and well, or did he wake up with a after that? Because they do get into quite a lot of fights, don't they? From all accounts.
Because she's a twat. Poor Matt Hardy that he has to deal with that because he's afraid to get divorced.
And then the Hardys just had their final match, right? Or was it the Dudleys? Well, either way, they faced off against each other. The Dudleys lost, of course. They left their boots in the ring, which means they're completely done. I don't think the Hardys did that, though. So
no, they're champions. So they're unfortunately going to be around. They've gotten really bad in the ring. It's time to hang it up. You're 50-something years old. You can't do the Hardy Boy shit.
I didn't watch the match. I just saw the ending. But poor Hardy Boys. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever. They got the name. They got the cachet. So they're going to be at TNA Wrestling. They're the champs. They still sell the merch, sign the autographs, all that stuff. So good for them. And I don't know. I don't think I'm talking about that. We talked about the Cena prices already, how they're kind of crazy, and how the WWE shot themselves in the foot by they had like 60,000 people waiting to buy tickets, and they're having his final match in DC at a Saturday night main event in an arena that, you know, probably fit like 15 to 20,000 or something. Just not good business, because that's why they're jacking up the prices so much. Like, of course, Diesel said that the cheapest seats in the house for the final match, $700 each before taxes. Crazy. Crazy.
I'd seen that they had been creeping up, but I didn't know they got that high. Christ.
Yeah. Cheapest.
Yep. Last I looked, it was $250, and then it went to $700. And
I would have moved it to another venue, to be honest. If you can get 60,000 people waiting, you could easily go into a bigger house of, like, you know, that could hold 30 at least.
Mm-hmm.
What date was that? Sorry,
it's early December, right?
13th or something. Yeah.
Maybe they might squeeze him back for Mania just to be like, well, it's.
I don't know.
I mean, he had a last match he had the only match against The Rock ever. He had that twice. So if they managed to have the last match between them ever, or the only match between them ever twice, surely his last match, he can have 2 last matches. Ric Flair's had like 16. So Cena can have a last match on television and a last match at pay-per-view or something. But because it's money off the table, they're just leaving there, like you've said. So I can't see why they wouldn't and just leave it at a 15,000 venue. That's
Goldberg and Cena WrestleMania next year.
It's the shits.
One last time.
Did you see that pulled out of the convention? And he made some other excuse, the same one he was scheduled to be at with Goldberg.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah, pulled out. He said, I had personal things. Yeah, he's got personal things with Goldberg.
He was scared of getting kicked in the head again.
What?
Right. Random AEW sucks.
AEW sucks.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about this for a story? We got Nash and Pac and even Stevie Richards. They want their royalty checks, bro. They've been complaining about it. They're like, what's going on with these checks? They're getting lower and lower. And they may even sue TKO. But apparently this is all about the net, not your gross, your net. So whatever they net from the merchandise, then the trickle down begins from there. You know, T-shirt sales, NWO, all this stuff. And I guess the belief is it's because of the Trump tariffs that are actually lowering their royalties, because at the end of the day, once the tariffs are met and blah, 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 the prices are so where, you know, they're getting less money. And some people are like Stevie Richards, his shit is probably dried up. You know,
I was going to say, what is he complaining about? What do you get, $10 a month?
Yeah, probably.
You know, I could see Kevin Nash with the NWO shit, and even the sales might be down.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? And everybody's blaming everything on the tariffs now. Come on.
Those shirts are fucking pricey, and the quality of them ain't great nowadays, I'm afraid, guys. The service was fantastic. I'll be honest with them. Is it what do they call the Fanatic, isn't it? The service is great, but the t-shirts aren't as good as quality, in my opinion, and they're a lot more expensive. And if people saw like an NWO t-shirt or possibly a BWO t-shirt, which I think is probably the only merch Stevie Richards is going to sell through WWE, there you go. The amount's just going to get lower and lower because people aren't going to want to spend $40 or more on a jokey sort of gimmicky shirt when they could spend that same $40 on an Uso t-shirt or LA Knight or someone that's like on their form at the moment.
Yep, one of the 50 Yeet t-shirts.
Yeet!
Yeah. The Yeet glasses.
I'm sure the Yeet shirts at this point are selling like 10-1 to NWO shirts. I mean, you don't even really see them in the crowd anymore. So
I bought a Yeet cock ring the other day.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And then I gave
goes
my
like
girl,
this.
I sent my girl a Yeet pregnancy test. It's a Yeet for yes and no Yeet for negative. It literally screams it out through the test. It's like, yeah, and you're like, oh, how am I going to pay for this? Another person.
You got to use this because I dump loads in your horror vagina.
Yes. What's this breaking news? I got my appointment for a BBL. So happy. What?
This is breaking news.
Paladin getting an appointment for a BBL. More on that later.
Subscribe to his OnlyFans page. Exclusive photos.
Yep. I wonder if people like the leakage. There's probably some freak people out there that are like, ooh, oozing booties.
Does it pop like zits on their ass?
I don't know. I'm thinking like the cuts, maybe. And you sit on your ass all the time. And, you know, the stuff that they pump in there just seeps out somehow.
Like, yeah, it's just bin juice. So like you've got like your you've got like, your garbage bag out of the plastic bin, and you lift it up, and there's like a cup of tea or coffee or something that's been spilled in the bag, and somehow it's on the outside dripping.
Fuck.
But there's no hole in the bag, but it's still outside somehow, and you can't figure out how. But you just go, oh, God's sake, it's on the carpet now, and
God
it's
damn it.
Yeah, I imagine it's like that.
That's someone's ass. God.
Well, they had to spend money on it stupidly, so.
Fuck.
Gross.
What are we doing as the human race? No
Apparently,
wonder aliens don't come here.
It's not that dissimilar from when you get something reconstructed on the other side as well.
Oh, God.
That has a similar effect by all accounts.
Anyway, enough of this ass talk, leaking ass talk. CM Punk, I got to get into this for a little bit.
Speaking of rock pockets, CM Punk.
This CM Punk, you know what I've been saying the past few months. His vibe off the TV, I dislike it. I'm sure he's a fine fellow in person or whatever, but I feel my boy LA Knight, he's really going at him in underhanded ways, trying to get the crowd to cheer CM Punk in his name while he's getting into it verbally with LA Knight backstage. That was months ago. Then he'll get in the ring with him. LA Knight will say his lines. CM Punk will repeat his lines back to him as gotchas. LA Knight will start speaking again. Punk will go over to the corner and be like, we're bored now, right, audience? You know, like he's always trying to sway things in his favor to make LA Knight look like a pile of shit. And it's not in the old school wrestling promo type way where they're building each other up, even though they don't like each other. He's doing it in a way where he doesn't want LA Knight there. That's how I see it in real life.
Yeah.
Do you guys see it at all?
Yeah, and on top of that, like I love CM Punk. He's probably one of my top 5. I really do. But this incarnation of this like Uncle Phil fucking character where he's all, yeah, I'm so happy to be here bullshit, and I'm getting tired of it. I want the old CM Punk back where he's not catering so much to the fucking fans. He's not, taking selfies in the back. He's not jumping into Rhea Ripley's arms and shit. It's so cringy, skipping around with his wife. He looks like an old man trying to be cool. It's really bad.
Word is he's supposed to be taking Shawn Michaels' NXT spot in the future. Like he's positioning himself for that.
I could see that. I could see it. He has a good creative mind. He does. He knows the ins and outs of psychology and promos. Yeah, I could see it.
I always thought it was angling to get like the commentary role. I thought he'd fit that really well. But yeah, something like a Shawn Michaels role at some point would, like Sleaze just said, he knows all the ins and outs and people listen to him. But yeah, like I don't think he should be all chirpy, and that I'd prefer him to be all salty and bitter and I've been away from this place for however long and look at all the pricks now, and nobody's got any respect and I'm going to smack him with my walking stick. And yeah, it is lame what it is now. I haven't seen what he's been to the extent what you've just said he's been doing with LA Knight. I've seen some of the clips, but not where it actually looks like he's shitting on him, which is a shame because LA Knight needs more eyes on him, and working with CM Punk will do that.
And that stupid hairdo just keeps growing and growing every week. Who's that? Something Johnny Bravo, right? He's got like Johnny Bravo hair now.
Hey there, Foxy Mama.
Well, he's got to cover up that bald spot. You need a lot of hair for that.
It's true. A lot of similarities with that HBK. Towards the end, HBK's hair was like he would pull it back in the ponytail and it would look right. And then all of a sudden the match would start, his hair would go everywhere and it looked like a homeless guy. Oh, man. What happened to my HBK?
Yeah. He's aged.
Like Sleaze said before. Then he turned into Leatherface all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Leatherface.
Chasing people around with chainsaws.
I think that's the reason why he blocked me, was the Leatherface comment. I didn't make it to him online. I said it on the show like I just did.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Yeah. And is it just me, or are we just being shown, I know I am, Leatherface is coming across my eyes every single day now. I know it's Halloween season. I watched the Ed Gein thing. That's a lot of Leatherface in there. American Psycho popped up the other night. I watched it again. I'm like, oh, it's just on TV, so I left it on. That, of course, that has a lot to do with Leatherface. And then I just saw a bunch of Texas Chainsaw movies. I watched the remake the other day, which wasn't terrible, you know.
Oh, it was pretty good.
It was all right. It was cool. And then Texas Chainsaw 3D, which I totally forgot about. Never saw that, but that was on TV the other day. I'm like, there's a lot of like psycho. It's almost like worship at this point. Like they're really pushing Texas Chainsaw stuff for this Halloween more than anything else. Usually it's Halloween movies like Michael Myers and stuff, but
it's super annoying because it's one of those things where for decades I've known the whole Ed Gein deal. You know what I mean? And I know that Psycho came from it, Texas, you know, all that stuff. And now everybody's like, oh, well, look at this. And it's like, oh, it's bandwagon bullshit. Like, it's not like Ed Gein's situation happened like 10 years ago. It was in the fucking 60s. You know, so it's like, I just hate when that shit happens where it's like, you know something, you're into something or whatever, and somebody picks it up and now it's like theirs, where it's, ooh, Ed Gein's the greatest and whatever.
Yeah, they really I watched that whole series when I was like sick, you know, past few weeks or whatever. And I binged it. And they really made him a sympathetic figure at the end. I was like kind of laughing about it. I'm like, so we're supposed to feel bad for this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he was severely mentally ill. You know, if he was around nowadays, we probably would have picked it up, you know, a little bit. But yeah, they played it out where he was like a fucking icon, you know,
big time. And how about this? You know a lot about this. Is that blonde chick that he was with, is she even like a real person, or was she just put in there to the documentary or movie?
Here's the thing, and I had to watch it twice, and then I picked up what they did. Is a lot of the stuff going on was not going on. It was all in Ed Gein's head. So they had an interview years ago with that girl, and she said, yeah, I knew him, but we weren't really like friends or anything. So I think the portrayal of her in the series was strictly in his head, where they were like close girlfriend, boyfriend type of thing. She never went to the house like she did in the series. And that's why at the end, she came to him when he was in the asylum young, because he was still, you know, putting her into situations.
Got it. I figured as much, especially when she showed up, and I'm like, are they just bad with makeup? I'm trying to take this out legitimately.
That's what I thought at first. I was like, wow, she didn't do a good aging there.
Even with you know, the whole deal with him catching killers and stuff like that, I'm like, they get into it so in depth that I'm like, I looked it up. I'm like, did he do any of this? And it's like, no. It's
no.
Yeah, well, all right. He's just, the whole thing was crazy land. But again, that whole thing felt like propaganda, you know, from beginning to end in a lot of different ways. You know, he's really this crazy sleaze because he saw pictures from World War II, right?
Yeah, no. He was crazy because of a lot of things, not just that. I mean, his mother and his father were tremendously fucked up. And yeah, I hate this thing nowadays where it's like, in the end, you have to learn something, or you have to see like, oh, this is advocating for mental health. Like, no, he was a fucking psycho, like down to the bones. He was digging up people. And it's not even like what they portrayed in and making nipple belts like this. Come on. We should feel bad for him. No.
We know all about this stuff, Danny, over here, because it's like one of those things. I'm sure Sleaze knows this. When you're like in high school or even junior high and they bring you to the library and they're like, go pick out some books for yourself. There's always the kids that all go for the serial killer books. And then, of course, that's how I knew of Ed Gein. He was like one of the first things in the serial killer book.
That's exactly how I learned about him. I went to the library for something else, and I saw this book, and I picked it up, and I'm like, right in the beginning, they said, "Oh, this is the inspiration for Psycho," and I'm like, "What?" So I rented took the book out, whatever the fuck we used to do. And I went home and I read this book in like a couple hours, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, what the fuck was that?
Yep, we've had some good ones over here. Danny, do you have any serial killers? And you must.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Oh, like Jack the Ripper and shit, like in the 1800s. Right?
But we still get nutcases over here. But just adding to what you were saying with them sort of like blending like reality and that when it's meant to be all fiction. I'm not surprised because look at all the serial killer stuff that you get on Netflix and online where it's not just like even glamorizing it. It's like full blown romanticizing some of it sometimes. And I don't think they should use the proper names. I think because they're just going to turn themselves into an icon for doing something horrendous. And if we just started calling somebody like, bloody Philadelphia Stabby Wanker number 3, or so, do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, who wants to be known as that? Whereas if you can like go down in history as Jack the Ripper, it's like, yeah, man, Jack the Ripper. That people will never stop being scared of my name. But if it just called you like Jack the fucking silly bastard, it's like nobody wants to be Jack the fucking silly bastard, do they? So the fact that they give them all Netflix series now, and it's like, oh my god, look, we're also going to make you sympathize with him towards the end, and it's just like you are tapping into that not so stable personality that a lot of people nowadays maybe don't have, but they portray themselves as having to be like edgy and just goth or hardcore or one of these Halloweeners all year round or whatever you're trying to get across. Because there's a lot of people that do just that. It's part of like the sort of like their gimmick, isn't it? Where just everything has to be scary and gory and horror all the fucking time.
Yeah. I feel like it's the same. I was watching this and I'm like, this feels like there's more of this coming because they're showcasing these killers in such a way. And then of course it's all connected to sex and weird sex shit. And we got plenty of that these days, don't we? So it's like,
well, shortly after the whole monster thing that made this, they already announced they're doing a Lizzie Borden one. Now there's a new John Wayne Gacy thing coming out. It's a whole wave of stuff that's been happening.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to watch it.
England had that couple, Danny. I think the wife's name was Rose or something like that.
Fred and Rose West.
Fred and Rose. Yeah, they actually have a Netflix thing too on that. Yeah. And like, those people were fucking sick.
Yeah. We kept our asylums and mental houses like open for a bit longer. Like you guys have just sort of like shut them all down and give them all smartphones and TikTok accounts and let them all egg each other on and sort of like enable each other. And now it's just getting a bit out of fucking hand, to be honest. I mean, it is here as well, but just you guys have proper dialed it up to 11.
The Looney Bin is right down the street, bro. Today they're out in full force this weekend. These
they're all fucking walking around.
It's just like, I get it. I am not a left-right guy. This is so obnoxious, but like, however, anybody, I get it. A lot of them are getting paid, right? But this is the thing. You're getting paid by establishment people, the trickle-down effect where they have their minions get protesters to go out and protest and things like that. And it just keeps things separate. Like the common people separate, so we can't come together and go, how do we really fix all this? Instead, it's just fighting and throwing shit back and forth. And then in the meantime, they get to do whatever they want. It just stinks.
Yeah.
Yep. We need more serial killers.
I was saying that at work the other day. I'm like, what happened to all the serial killers? Like, they used to track them on the news. They used to be like, well, there was another victim. And you're like, what?
Yeah, supposedly there's like over 500 of them operating in the U.S. right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they just don't talk about it.
Well, they think there's one in New England right now because they found like 9 or 10 bodies all over New England. So
the woods ones, right?
It might be. Yeah. I think it's a guy that works with me.
Really?
I really do. He's a sick bastard. Like he's going to court for how should I put this? For being really friendly with children.
No, I got you.
Yeah. We found that out. So I believe it's him.
And that's only happened to me once too. where I wasn't friends with this guy. I knew of him. He used to take pictures at a lot of the band shows and things like that back in the day. And when I was DJing towards the end, I would DJ this one place, and he was always there taking pictures. And then our buddy Pete Rock was like, he was picked up the other day. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Yeah, this guy, holy shit. The guy that I work with, he has 3 separate charges on him. Like 6 months before that, he was like, he broke into his ex-wife's house. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, that's the guy doing this right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of like sick people. We definitely need, that's one thing I can agree with Trump is certainly we need more insane asylums. But without the stabbing of the eyes and things that they do with the brain and electroshock therapy stuff. We don't need all that, But
sword.
Yeah. But
straight jackets. We need those straight jackets.
And what else? Mouth guards. The face masks that they put over Hannibal Lecter.
So you're not spitting like Oscar. Yeah. All over people.
Make America insane again. That's a good slogan.
I want that hat.
I think that was Biden's slogan.
Make America forget everything again. I was going to say, it'd just be blank, wouldn't it? It'd just make America ... That's as far as you got.
Speaking of criminals, how about this little Roger Jackson news? So recently he pled not guilty. Not guilty.
That's what you should do, is plead not guilty to a federal charge. Yeah. Should do that.
I plead not guilty to dropping him on his head and then pummeling him for like 30 seconds or something.
So I was very surprised with that. I thought he would probably get some 2-year deal, and then he'd be like, yeah, guilty, and then it turns into like 8 months or 6 months, whatever. Right. But this is going to continue. Well,
good for him.
And then we got some Matt Riddle news, of course.
Oh God,
bringing him up lately. It's a little bit old. I know we haven't been doing the show, but I got these notes, and he did a fake interview or a fake, a work where he like threw the table and all this stuff. It was really bad acting.
Stupid.
I still don't hate the guy. I know a lot of people really don't like him. I find him entertaining for whatever reason. I like how he gets under people's skin so easily.
That's what I hate about him, because every time he opens his mouth, he gets under my skin.
Because he just gives up so much stuff. Like he talked about how there was an elimination chamber in Saudi that he was a part of, and Brock Lesnar was in the match, and he said Brock Lesnar forgot what number to come out as, and that was the one where he just punched through the plexiglass. And he goes, and it's not like this big deal. He's like, the plexiglass ain't bullshit. So he punched through the plexiglass, and he's just like going into business for himself, throwing everybody around. And they had to cut the match 15 minutes short because of that. And I guess Paul Heyman was involved and tried to take the heat backstage, like, oh, it was really my fault or whatever. And he's like, bullshit, that's Brock's fault. He forgot what number to come in. Like, what an idiot. So I thought that was
the only time I'm going to be excited to hear anything from Matt Riddle is when one of these guys finally catches him out in public that he's been talking shit about, like Punk or Lesnar, and pounds the piss out of him.
The only one that's beating him up is Lesnar. Nobody else is beating Riddle up.
He'd batter the fuck out of CM Punk. I'm pretty bad. Money on it.
And he even brought that up again with Roman Reigns, how he had heat with Roman Reigns. Like, but I can beat him up. It's like, we know. But why is that?
Bad about Roman Reigns, wouldn't you? Even though look at him, he's fucking huge. You'd still be like, oh, but he's had leukemia. You'd still feel bad. You'd be like, oh, don't bully him. Fucking hell, leave him alone.
Yeah, the bro. What a weird entrance too, with the stuff. Like as Cornette would say, he had the birds flying out of his ass and elephants.
Fucking scooter. It's stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid. I liked his initial run in NXT. He was a bit different, and
he wasn't a douche,
but he was still a douche, but not the exact flavor that he became.
Maybe it was a BJ Ray type thing because he was doing well. He was in RKO, like one of the top guys in all of wrestling, and that seemed to work. He was selling merch, the whole thing, and they're like, nah, still, we're getting rid of him. I was like, man, he must have pissed somebody off, or a few somebodies.
They're still not massive on the whole weed thing, though. They've been WWE, are they not?
I think weed is kind of like, especially these days, not as long as you don't get caught by the police, like Liv Morgan or something.
Yeah, but that wasn't even a big deal. You know,
Right.
They didn't make a big deal about that.
And this was his the front of his gimmick. It was like the face of his gimmick. Really, was just like, bro, look how wasted I am. Even without saying, look how wasted I am, but his face would say, look how fucking wasted I am.
And I mean, he was there during the Vince era too. And I heard from old pro wrestlers in the past that are like, yeah, he smokes a lot. And I'm like, he does? He doesn't, you wouldn't think somebody like he seems very type A and he's doing business and working and moving here and there. And they're like, no, he's a whole bag of supplements and all this stuff. Sure. But he smokes. I was like,
he seemed like more of a Coke guy, than a weed guy.
Yeah. Or Adderall even.
Or Adderall. Yeah.
Yep. Or he's just more of, I got something here for you. Where is
Taking
he?
dumps.
Where are you, Vince? I know I pumped you in here somewhere. Maybe I didn't. His little hairdo that he has looking like Pepe Le Pew.
It took me fucking ages to figure out who that was. I saw that picture and I'm like, I don't get it. And then I was like, oh, fuck, that's Vince.
Yeah.
I did that with his M. Bison picture with the mustache. People turned him into M. Bison from Street Fighter. I'm like, I had to do a double take. Like, who is that, Vince? Oh my God. At least he didn't have one of these on his face.
Yeah.
Oscar's got it moving around now, her little centipede. What else do I get here? I got a bunch of random notes. When it comes to this John Cena's last match thing, the best thing I heard that they could do is having a last match tournament. That sounds amazing.
Now, what is that? I haven't heard any of that.
Like putting up to fight for the right to be John Cena's last match.
That's a good idea. That's something new. I'm surprised they actually thought of that because it's new.
As long as it's everybody who has something of a past with Cena. If it's just like, here's 8 people on the current roster that have never wrestled him before, but we want to promote them all slightly in the tournament and then massively in the final match, then that's dog shit. But if it's like, if there's Orton in there and Cody and other people, you can actually be like, we worked together back in the day.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, just
you'd be a good
surprises, things like that. That'd be cool. Yeah.
R-Truth, of course, you could have him in there.
The Miz has been online saying like, why hasn't anybody thought of me? They were big rivals.
Yep.
It was a time that we really didn't watch, but they did programs for a long time. The only bad thing about this is that they've already been spouting out that Gunther's going to be his last opponent. So I'm afraid that we're going to go into this excited and we're going to get the result that we knew now. So
Gunther as his last opponent tells me John Cena is going out losing. I know they all do, kind of, but I would think he's the one guy that you could make the exception for and try to shock the crowd. But you're not doing that with Gunther, especially him coming back, off a loss. So, yeah. And how about
Gunther's put over fucking Uso and Sami Zayn?
Right.
They're here, and Cena is I know Uso sells a lot of t-shirts at the minute, but Cena just in the industry and just in wrestling is just sorry, in wrestling and in entertainment, Cena is a big fucking star. So Gunther's going to put him over on his way out. Christ, that's no good. Oh, Gunther,
no, he can't. Gunther needs to be winning. He's not a guy that can lose some matches and have me take that whole thing serious, I
agree, but he lost to Zayn and Uso in consecutive WrestleManias, so
and Cody Rhodes,
in
between those two,
and I can't stand. This Cody Rhodes man, That's why I don't. A big part of the reason I'm not even bothered watching anymore. I'm like, oh, Cody Rhodes is champion SmackDown. He'll be out there tonight. I don't need to see it. I've heard it before.
To me, he's just there. You know what I mean? There's nothing that's ever different. There's nothing that changes. He's just there. When they say, oh, Cody Rhodes is next. So, okay, same thing. Whoa. Fucking comes out, acts angry, does his little flippy stuff off the ring.
His little Jim Carrey head movements.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Succotash. Fucking. It's so stale.
And then how about this? The Rock, he had his Smashing Machine movie come out, and it bombed. It was terrible. Well, supposedly. Huh?
I just said, oh, did it? I didn't see any of the numbers on it, but...
Yeah, I guess it did bad enough for even to have him write a tweet about it.
Yeah.
But this was meant to be his foot in the door for getting an Oscar or whichever award this was supposed to be. I suppose they could... I don't believe they're as natural as they say they are. So if they're wanting him to get the Oscar, they'll work it so he gets the Oscar for it. But,
yeah, like I don't think a lot of people saw that Will Smith movie that he got an Oscar for after he slapped Chris Rock. Like, what world do we live in where you can go to an event as big as the Oscars, go on stage, slap one of the people that are talking on the mic, go back, sit down, and win an award later on? Nobody did shit about it. It's all rigged. Everything's fake. So who cares? You know?
Honestly, though, if you look at the history of movies and awards and stuff, a lot of these, best pictures or, best actor, and they're not big money makers. I mean, there's exceptions like The Godfather and things of that nature, but there's plenty of movies where people have won like major awards and the movie's not that successful.
What movie I have to see? I just have to, because I just keep seeing it in every big movie list. Parasite. Have you guys seen that?
No. I want to see it too.
It's considered like, I don't even know what it's about, and I don't know. I guess I have to find it wherever it is, but it's never readily available for me to consume. So,
yeah.
Yep. I'm getting back in the movies, guys. I don't know what it is. Ed Gein stuff got me going again.
Did you check out
Me
Dog
too,
Soldiers?
actually.
Did you check out Dog Soldiers?
Mm-mm.
No, I recommended it a few weeks ago. Dog Soldiers. Sorry, Sleaze, you were saying?
No, I was just going to go on and say I've been doing that too. I've been going back and getting into movies because I haven't been watching wrestling. So,
yeah, it's that bad, WWE. Yeah, I mean, come on, bros. You got Triple H over here. He's worried about doing White House shit. And then you sent me a story, Sleaze, that the White House or somebody claims that they use some kind of like gimmicks in pro wrestling to kind of handle the Epstein situation.
No, they were basically saying what we have said for years is that the way politics are is a lot like professional wrestling. It's a lot of like, promos at each other and fucking stuff that's made up and scripted, and it's the world in general. I just thought it was ironic they actually did an article saying that.
It's everything's so fake and gay. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
It's so fake and gay. And it's just, remember the Charlie Kirk stuff we were talking about weeks ago? This was like shortly after it had happened. I'm telling you, I predicted a lot of this stuff. I knew already, I like where this stuff is leading. Nothing makes any sense. That kid is clearly not the shooter. If you've been keeping up with this, they're lying about everything. And have you seen Kash Patel's face? Does he look like a trustworthy guy? That's he's got the oh shit face at all times. He tells you all these important things, and he's like, huh? He's speaking in his fucking boots, and it's like, yeah, I don't believe this, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have the most confident of looks. It's like his missus has just walked in and he's got his dick in another missus, and he takes it out when he sees her, and his eyes go, but then he's like, I was enjoying that. Out, in, out, in, out, and he yeah, he looks very surprised to be where he is.
I'll tell you,
all the time.
big giveaway. I mean, there's a million giveaways that there's all kinds of funny business with that situation. But just look at his wife. Look at how his wife has been acting lately. Coming out with the fucking, the big explosions. They got the whole stadium filled that quickly. How do you even rent a place like that with days? The fireworks, the looking up at the sky, everybody claiming they're talking to this guy in their dreams, and he wants them to do this and wants them to do, like, I'm not buying any of this stuff. She's wiping her tears, and she's got her middle finger like this, like Tom Brady did when he the MVP from Roger Goodell, and he put his middle finger on the football. There's so much here. I'm not even going to get into all of it, but I'm just telling you, man, if you believe that chick, I don't even know.
It's crazy.
I don't even know if that was a marriage. I think she was like his handler or something. And maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he's even alive still. I'm keeping that there. You know what's made my life a lot easier as I'm pushing 50 years old now is that every fucking thing I read now, I don't believe. I don't believe it at all. And it just makes my life so much simpler. Because just like the article I sent you, everything is wrestling, everything is scripted. It's all fake. So I used to be like, up in arms, like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody said that or is doing that. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. And I move on. Yep. Just like John Cena's doppelganger, right? For days, people are like, oh my God, look at this. People are writing stories about it. And it's like, oh yeah, that's AI. That's just basically John Cena again.
Seth Rollins' new injury? Don't believe it.
Now, you don't think the shoulder injury is a real thing?
Don't believe it. I don't believe it.
They said he could miss Mania even.
Right.
I'm doing it 2 times in a row like this is not good for business. It's not good for anybody. Because remember how all the people backstage were all crying, oh, they worked us. We didn't even know. Like,
everybody's working you.
Then I don't think they will do it again because they know that they got a bunch of crybabies when it comes to getting work. Like, get over it.
But like I said, to be safe, I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, until he's really out and they show him in surgery and then he's out, then I'll believe it. But right now, I don't believe it.
I believe it because having the vision turn on Seth Rollins in 6 months after they just added Becky Lynch not that long ago is fucking stupid. I think this, again, it's not helping me watch. I like Seth Rollins. I like the vision. I like the whole idea and them coming out and beating up, the Yeet Meister and LA Knight and CM Punk every other week. It was kind of fun for me. It gave me old NWO vibes where they just beat up all the lame bad guys and spray paint them and stuff. But to just go, Braun Breaker, he's the next big thing. Nobody's ever liked this before. This whole, we're telling you who we're pushing next. Well, I'm like that. I don't want to be told who to root for, who to expect in the main events of WrestleMania and all that. I'll come up with that. The fans will come up with that. Thank you.
Right. But it works so well for Roman. And all the adults Cena really love John Cena.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're saying, here's our new product. This is the best that's going to be. That's why I don't believe it.
This is what we're awarding Best Picture of the Year, so they can say, hey, look, we won Picture of the Year this year. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing topics, but it's all the same. It's serving the exact same purpose, and it's the same fucking behavior. They're putting a sticker on it saying, approved of this. This is what we're pushing this year. Please like this. It works with Lesnar because fucking look at him. But you just couldn't help. What did he do in his debut? Did he beat up both Hardy Boys? I'm sure that's what they brought Lesnar in for the Raw after Mania. I'm sure he just destroyed both Hardy Boys. And then just you look at him and you've got Paul Heyman going, this is the next big thing. That worked. But then just when
you believe
but then when they do it with every new product they want to push, it's like, we're not buying that. We're especially not buying Roman Reigns. Not in the way that he was presented and forced down our throats.
No. Shout out to Cleric of Chaos out there. New follower. Hopefully new subscriber on the YouTube. We need these subscribers to go up way faster than they are. Guys are so fickle out here on the Twitters and the Instagrams and everywhere else. Come over to YouTube. Let's get this party started.
Do I got to start taking my shirt off? Is that what's happening?
We'll all come on shirtless like Burt Kreischer.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Even Danny. Maybe we'll just make Danny do it.
Yeah, Danny.
I don't have the gut anymore. I can't do my impression of that guy anymore. I would say shredded, not shredded. No, but I'm not doing too bad for myself at my age. It's fine.
If you take the shirt off, keep the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. You just do.
If I take everything else off, I'll keep the sunglasses. Just that'll be it.
Yes.
Yeah, Crown Jewel.
And just rub yourself once in a while. Just rub yourself.
Diddy oil.
Pour it on.
So Crown Jewel happened. Everybody was, remember back in the day when everybody would be all upset that they went to Saudi Arabia. This brings me into something else. I know that this was in Australia. We'll get to some of the things that happened there, but Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, everybody was all angry about it because, they cut up that journalist over there. I mean, that's a funny way to say it. It's not that funny, but it is what it is. This is a comedy show, so we got to laugh at all the pain in the world. And they took this journalist into somewhere, and he actually went in there, and there's videos of it and everything. And then shortly after that, WWE's like, we're gonna have Crown Jewel. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you thinking, right? Because no Americans don't know of anything happening anywhere unless it's like on Dancing with the Stars or something. And so.
And the next thing they know, they're thinking, why the fuck aren't we taken off? Why have we been sat in this plane for all these hours?
Wrestlers, they literally stole our wrestlers for about 12 hours or so. But, apparently they have slave labor over there or something. There's things going on in Saudi Arabia. They may have had something to do with 9/11, or if you remember that thing.
Oh, God.
And, people were always looking down, calling it blood money, the CM Punk deal. CM Punk even went over there. We goofed on him. But now they're getting the comedians to go over there. They probably already had the show in Riyadh or what have you. And Bill Burr came up because Bill Burr, another Boston tough guy like us, sleaze. And he's like, yeah, why would it? Nobody should do this stuff or work with these people or work with that people. He was talking about Gaddafi at the time and everything. And yet he's over in Saudi Arabia with the blood money cock.
Yeah.
And
the cocks.
And so people are taking Bill Burr to task about this past few weeks. And he comes back and he does his podcast again. And he blames us.
Obviously.
Yeah. Bill Burr has fallen so far, and it's sad because I used to really like him. But everything that spouts out of his mouth lately has been stupidity. And it's been contradicting himself. And it's just shut your mouth and just be a comedian. You're funny. You're very talented. Shut up.
Yeah, it is like you say. I used to like him too. It was really sad to see how he's just sort of like. I think it's like the Undertaker syndrome. His missus has his balls in her purse. And he's not himself. He used to do a lot of sort of like. Well, his whole act was different as well, and it's not just like that whole I've matured and I've started to like make more jokes about being a dad and stuff like this. It's very politically motivated. He used to just take the piss out of like everybody whilst talking about sports. That's what his podcast is, isn't it? It's football. Sorry, I'm not big into other sports, but he's just the biggest hypocrite with this particular scenario. So I think that's why he's getting raked over the coals the hardest. The joke I've seen on YouTube was just like, how many helicopters do you need, Billy Boy? That's just what people were asking him.
But he's still angry. He's still upset, right? He's still that cantankerous comedian, like Dr. Huge and everybody on the show here. And but he's a man of the people, right? And it's helicopters.
Should have just kept doing F is for Family. They should have just done more series of that. I really enjoyed that, and I understood where he was coming from when he'd said something like, we don't want it to go on for too long and just be nothing, and then you lose respect for me. But sorry, fella, you would have lost less respect if you'd have just sold out entertainment-wise for just like a sitcom because that's what it was. It was a nice family sitcom just to add to the mix with The Simpsons and Family Guy, and he was good in it. He was good as himself as a little kid, and what you assume is like loosely based on his dad. It's really good, and it's just a shame that he's just gone to this instead.
Did you see him in Star Wars, Sleaze?
Yes.
Was he good in it?
He was, and that's another hypocritical thing because he spent so many years in his fucking routine saying how bad Star Wars was. But as soon as he saw that Lucasfilm money, he was like, "Well, yeah, I'll go and do that."
Lucasfilm's hog,
big one. I'll take 2, please.
Yeah.
It's a Disney dick, be honest.
Yeah, Disney dick.
Yep.
It happened the other night. It happened the other night. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to watch some good stand-up. And I forgot who it was, but as soon as they started talking, they said, well, I recently got married and I changed it. Because it seems like comedians, right? They come up and they're like raw and they'll, talk about fucking, this and I did this and blah, 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 cocaine and chicks. And then they slowly get married and their whole thing just fucking changes. And that's what's happened to Bill Burr.
Yeah. This is how your stand-up act should start every time. Just like that. You come out there, you make a noise, and then you say this your first line.
I got my tongue up this chick's ass, right?
And then the crowd pops, and then you go into your story about how you got the tongue in the ass, right?
Right.
Shut up, William. We see
but
you
that's,
here.
But that's like Andrew Dice Clay coming out 10 years after he started and says, well, I just got married. And then his whole routine just fucking changes. Like, what? You were fake to begin with then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that can be useful sometimes. You've got someone like Lee Evans over here who uses the whole marriage thing, talks about his missus quite a lot. And you've got an 18 rating sort of Roy Tribby Brown who does the same sort of stuff where it's just like, oh, me and the missus were having an argument because of this. And I think that can be done very well because people can relate to it. But what Bill Burr has done isn't that. It's like, I'm here to say this on behalf of my wife. My wife told me to do this. And he's just a little bitch. I'm sorry, but you are, fella. You are an absolute little bitch. You had all this great stuff with Billy Corgan not that long ago where it was like, what a great little story. And all you could do was just be a miserable fucker about it.
Yeah.
And it's just, the Bill Burr of old would have found some joy in that. And just, I think he would have gone along in a different way, even if it is touching on some sort of history from, a time you don't want to remember. But you're just a miserable fucker now. And you're taking it out on everybody else. And to blame everybody else for why, you feel silly for being a hypocrite for going to Saudi, you're just digging a hole even deeper.
Yeah.
A metaphorical hole, YouTube, obviously. Just to clarify with your silly AI. Sorry.
I start every show by going, I just flew in and boy, are my arms tired. Get it? And then everybody boos. And I go,
get it, Paladin? You get that, Paladin?
I don't think he gets it. Why the chicken cross the road, Paladin? I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't really know. So, because I don't do them jokes. We don't do jokes here. Okay, this is serious, hard-hitting fucking news. Okay?
Yeah.
Look, William, you like everybody. I try to rip everybody. I'm punching up all the time, and he's always like, nope, they're good. They're better than you.
No, he said was. He actually said was.
Oh, that's right. Was very talented.
He was. He's not now.
Yep, not no more. Not after we got done with him.
Now he's a fucking Karen. With his horror pussy.
Yeah. Horror pussy. These are some. What a tattoo to put on yourself. The Dragon Off, you were one of my favorites too. I was waiting for you to come back, and you came back with that shit on your neck. Get out of here. Go get it lasered off and then come back again and maybe I'll accept it. All right.
I'll just buy a scarf for now. That'll do. Just hide it somehow.
Or a shirt.
Like Rick the Model.
Yeah.
Dragging off the model. Dragging the model knob.
Yes.
Model of.
Model of.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
All right. I'm looking for something, but I can't find it, so who cares? Anyway. They also released Lance Hanoi. I just wanted to point that out since we're looking at it. And that's kind of funny because he's in Illinois. You know, they love them Samoans. And the MFTs, another good thing that's happening right now. They're bringing the Samoans out. They're putting them in face paint and stuff. They look scary. They're fighting with the Wyatt Six. Makes all the sense in the world. They can finally build all these wrestlers up at once in a cool angle. They also beat up Dragunov last night after he won the title from Sami Zayn. And the Samoans love beating up Sami Zayn, so that happened as well. And yeah, we're off to the races with all that. You guys, what do you think? Have you seen this new My Family tree? And he's got, Solo's not wearing the makeup. He's still in his mob boss role. But all the other guys are all painted up and very, aggressive.
How many has he got in his little faction
now? I think 4 guys, because Tama Tonga's back, his brother there, and the tall guy, the one that's like 7-footer now.
And taller Tonga.
Yeah, and Jeff Cobb there.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's, including Solo, there's 5. But they needed to do something because they were getting so boring. So it's good. It's good that they actually changed it to this.
Solo was down to just Jeff Cobb at one point. Remember that? He was the only guy standing behind him. But now, 3 more guys added. So perfect. So that's, I guess, a reason why they got rid of Lance is because they're like, do we really need another one? We got a bunch of them right now. So, yep. And
it's called Samoa fatigue. That's what it is.
Samoan fatigue, like the black fatigue going on out there.
No, I didn't say that. I said Samoans fatigue.
Never say that. Racist.
There's a lot of fatigues at the minute. There's a bloody fatigue for a lot of entitled behavior that has just been normalized for the last 5 or so years. Dog owner fatigue, that is a personal pet peeve of mine, pun intended. We've discussed before. But yeah, if they've got just a random, just to go back to your point, if they've got like a random Samoan that isn't with the faction, it's probably just easier for them to be like, you know what, rather than having to answer the question of why aren't they with the faction or why aren't they against the faction, we'll just fuck them off until we need somebody to be added. So maybe that's just what I didn't see any of Lance and I don't think so.
Yeah. And Bronson Reed, if he didn't get injured, he was going to be in this My Family tree.
Right.
That's 100% would have happened. He was like one of the first guys there before even Jeff Cobb. But Williams says, for your information, I saw the Jerry the King Lawler this week. He's slowly recovering from the last stroke. Yeah. His speech is better, but still slow. Yep. Well, get well, Jerry the King. So remember me and you talking about, we were watching the pay-per-view sleaze with Uncle Old School. And he goes, he's a grapist. We're like, what? Like, huh? And he goes, yeah, he raped some 14-year-old years back. He knows all the old school wrestling. We're like, I don't know. At the time, I was blown away. I never heard that story, but he was like, yeah, of course.
The room's all quiet, and then he all of a sudden just screams that out. I have in my archive, I have video footage of that somewhere. I gotta find it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's typical old school. He used to go to the Boston Garden all the time and watch all the matches there back in the day. And he's just fucking that guy, this fucking guy.
It's fucking bomb.
Yeah, people don't realize, especially even in America in a lot of spots, they don't realize people in Boston actually talk like that. I was out to eat with Phil and the boys one night at the Calhoun, and this guy knew him just comes, another older guy, 60s, 70s, and he's just like, every other word was fuck. It was crazy. Even for me, I was like, oh, like, I can't believe it. How dare you in front of me of all people? And he's just like, fucking.
There are children here, sir. Come on.
So those movies, the ones all set in Boston with the one Jack Nicholson and all them guys, and even the Ben Affleck movies, it's like, we need more fat. It's not even it's
fact.
Yeah,
fact. They gotta pack my calf. Fact. Kid.
It's kind of ridiculous. Like very low vocabulary here.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Instead of the word "the," it's "fack."
Yeah. Yeah. And when they drink, it's pretty much every word.
Oh God.
They don't even stop. But yeah. Fucking guy's a rapist. You don't even know this.
What are you, fucking retarded?
Yeah.
You fucking know that?
And other F words and things we can't even say on here, but yeah. Lots of that. Yes, Departed is one of those movies.
Yeah.
The Town, the this, the that, anything in there's a million Boston movies. And
that's why everybody's so amazed when they watch those movies, like, wow, the accent. This is just me and the doctor walking around.
Yeah.
You know, you walk down the street and just say fucking fack.
I would listen to this like old tape, real old stuff, like when I was in high school, certain things I would be caught on. And the amount of times I'm saying like wicked and stuff, I'm like, that's
oh God.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked this, wicked that.
I just found a kid I went to elementary, middle school, and high school with, right? And I never knew it. And I just found him. Now we're talking 20, 30 years later.
He's like,
I didn't realize.
Kid?
Yeah, but I didn't realize how bad his fucking accent is. I'm like, did he always talk like that? Like I didn't realize it's really, really heavy. Like a heavy Rhode Island accent, which is it's even worse than a fucking it's a mixture of Boston and New York and like just bullshit. It's the worst. New York
accents. And to be specific, I hate Long Island accents.
Yeah.
When they say the number 9. They put an O in front of every I, and it just, I don't know. I can't stand that.
It's gross.
Yeah.
The nearest city around us, they have the thing with, they say Narn, Father Narn.
Oh God.
I say, so what's the time? It's 5 to 9.
Oh God.
It's just, yeah, it's rough.
That's gross.
And the southern people that say phone is phone.
Or up in the mid north there, we're talking like Chicago. They say Chicago and black and all that.
That's cute as long as you're not a female.
A female, it's the fucking worst.
Cool sounding like that, but yeah.
We got a mutual friend that lives there, and he got married to a Chicagoan, and it was tough. They're divorced now, and I always disliked her anyway, but like talking to her was tough because she had the grossest accent. Like, how do you get attracted to that with the black and khaki?
Yeah, right.
Crap.
Williams says the language at the old Municipal Auditorium, New Orleans, was pretty intense. The Cajun accents would make it unintelligible, except for fuck, which was every third word. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And Cajun, that type of talk, or usually people from that area, it sounds like baby talk to me.
Yeah.
They're just like talking like babies.
Babbling babies. That's all it is.
Like the guy on Storage Wars got a little bit of that accent, and it's just, the big chubby guy with the wife with the big titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these accents are horrid.
Y'all is just, it's been around so long. Everybody's kind of adapted to that. I don't like Southern talk in general. It's too slow for me.
Yeah.
I'm a city boy.
I'm
a Yankee. Look at these Yankees. I go to like barbecue places in Texas and be like, the Yankees in the line. Yep.
I always remember a story. My dad told me he used to travel a lot. I think he was in like Texas. So he went to a bar and a guy was like, oh, where are you from? And he said, oh, I'm from, Rhode Island. And first off, he was like, where the fuck is that?
Yeah, what's that?
Because nobody knows the state that I grew up in. But he said, it's New England, like Boston, stuff like that. And he goes, I wouldn't have known that. And he goes, why? Because of my accent? And he goes, no, he says, you seem real nice. Everybody I've met from New England is a real asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess that's our reputation up here.
Yeah, we're known for that around here. Massholes, right?
Fucking douches.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with them. I don't like anybody around here either. How about that?
No. They are fucking assholes.
Yeah. It's like, don't look at anybody in the face. Don't dare talk to anybody else. All that type of stuff.
I would have been such a nicer person if I didn't grow up around here. Like, I really think about that, how glorious my life would have been and joyous if I didn't have to deal with the mouth breathers that are in this area.
You go out west and just become phony. That's how they deal with it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may be authentic, but we rub people the wrong way where they're just like, no, we're just gonna be phony as fuck. Have your people call my people.
We'll have a latte. Yay.
Man, I was really hoping Stuttering John was gonna come on here so we could do a quick snipe of him. That's what they call it in the game, boys. We gotta snipe these guys. Live stream. But he's working as a comedian this weekend.
Wow.
Yep. I've been doing some booking lately, everybody. I got a show coming Tuesday with Tomatonga's #1 fan, first female on the show.
Oh wow.
Sleaze, you sent me somebody to see if I could get him on or whatever, work with, and she was asking for people to work with. Didn't answer me back.
Of course.
So I was laughing about that. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, I'm gonna do this just to tell the Sleaze it ain't working, because I just knew as soon as I saw the look, like what she looked, I'm like this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
She's not here for this kind of content. She's here for that fucking, that fucking other stuff.
Fucking. Yeah, no, and seriously, when I before I sent you that too, I was thinking this isn't gonna happen. This is not going to happen.
We need real people, not like, whatever that was. But I tried anyway. I would have, because of course I'm willing to work with anybody. But we're not cool enough for some people. So to even get a reply, so
it's all the fackins. It's people don't want to come on with the facts.
Yep. Don't be afraid of us. We're pretty good for living in this part of the country. But, just the disrespect from some of these people. And then I get another Dabbleverse superstar who's going to be on Thursday night, and these other ladies and guys hitting me back like this. It's just like, hey, would you like to come on my show? I'll throw you some dates if you're interested. Yes, I'd like to come on your show. Here's the dates. I can do this one. All right, you got it. We'll see you then. The end. That's how you do it.
Just lie to us. I did it a couple of months ago. I don't think I brought this up, but somebody had reached out and said, hey, I got a podcast. We're trying to get people on, would you like to come on? And I said, well, what day do you guys do it? And now right in the middle as I'm talking, I go and check out their product, and it's not what I do. You know what I mean? So I said, they said, well, we do it on Saturday. I said, oh shit. I said, we do our show on Saturday. And they said, well, what if you change times and all that? And I said, well, usually my whole Saturday is filled up. I could have went on, and I hope they're not watching right now. But I just, at least I responded though. I could have just sat there and just looked at it and checked out their show and said, I'm going to be a pussy and not respond. But at least I got back and I said, thank you guys. I would love to do it, but here's the deal.
It's all I'm asking for.
Maybe some other time. Yeah. Just fucking be a human.
Yeah. You could even just write, no thanks. 2 words. No thanks.
Right.
I feel like I would respect that a lot more and be like, oh, okay, cool.
Right.
But to just not get it after you're asking people to interact with us, right? Please let me know. I want to work with more people that are doing similar things, right? And then you just blow everybody off. Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Now, the fuck's with the accent. More funny than it should be. You should hear, it gets less funny after 15 minutes of hearing like a 80-year-old man over your shoulder. Fuck. You're like, okay, you got it. They raped a 14-year-old. Yeah, what?
Great. Fucking.
That's right. He is a professional. Everybody that comes on this show is generally a professional. In a general sense of things.
Right.
All these other people, they pretend like they're professional, right? But they're not. They're like, content. You ever hear me talking about like content and my content? We don't make content. I'm doing a show. All right?
Right.
These other people, they're making content. You go over there if you want them snippets and all the horse shit and things that are make believe. We're not playing a lot of make believe here, except for when like Shinsuke Nakamura calls in and stuff, which has happened before. Danny, he's called in.
Yes.
I got that.
It definitely wasn't.
No, I was going to say how potentially offensive was the impression? The more, the better, in my opinion. Do a prank call.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal has called into the show too.
Shaquille O'Neal called in. Yeah.
Yep.
Will Chamber knees. More Will Chamber knees. I haven't done that in a while. It's probably the only voice I can pull off these days, but. I gotta bring up a picture of Shaq or it doesn't work. Hold on, let me find Shaq real quick. I'll put it on the screen. Shaq.
See, William said he'll come on the show. Let's get him on.
That's right. He has a channel on here. A channel.
Let's do this. Fucking channel.
He talks about blues and stuff in Memphis.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just put the television on. I'm sure Shaq will be on a commercial for something. That's normally what I end up seeing whenever I watch wrestling at an American friend's house.
General insurance or
yeah, he just sells everything. It's either him or Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
he's selling different products.
Two biggest whores in the world.
Hold on, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Or maybe it's not. You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm busy looking at all the Shaq pictures. He was the big Shactus. He was the big Shamrock. He was Diesel. He was Shaq Diesel. He was Superman.
Shaq Diesel.
Yep. He was
Steel.
Other things. Steel.
Yeah.
So many nicknames. But Will Chamberneezy was my favorite.
Did you hear what did you see what he said about his kids lately? He goes, you know, they get mad at me because I tell them that I'm rich and we aren't.
Nice.
Which, hey, good for him. Tell your kids you didn't make this money.
Oh, that's right, Coach. Yeah, that's all his money. The kids, fuck these kids.
Yeah, fuck these kids. Entitled pieces of shit.
Yeah, William's an old school wrestling fan. Doesn't watch this current stuff. Well, guess what? We're not watching it either so much anymore.
Yeah. So you could come on and talk real wrestling.
Watched since Mania.
Yeah,
it's fine. I haven't watched since Mania. It's fine.
I tell you, I had a bit all worked out for this week. I may save it for next week or when I'm solo or whatever. But we've always loved this whole the hottest gimmick. Right now, there are so many hot chicks in WWE. It's kind of it's to the point where it's obnoxious. There are so many of them. And we gotta whittle this down and figure out who the best of the best are. I have my list, of course, but maybe I'll give them some of them.
I like how you did that when you said you have a list.
I'm trying to keep it down to 5.
6 out of 10 for you. Next. Oh, you're definitely at least a 9 out of 10.
Now, when we do this, are we just doing major promotions? Are we doing indies? Are we doing everything?
Just WWE, because there's enough there. Remember we did this before? We even set up brackets and everything.
Yeah.
And then Justin comes in and picked it as if it was based off a wrestling skill, and we're all like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. It was some
booty. Next.
Yeah, right. 3 categories. So Justin took it as like the NCAA fucking championship brackets.
Well, I'll tell you real quick right now, just off the top of the head. I mean, Kiana James, Sol Ruca, Maxine Dupree. Oh my God!
Don't give too much away.
The one in NXT right now that they've been moving up that hangs out with Ren Sinclair, Gray. Her last name is Gray. Smoke show. And then, of course, Chelsea Green, who was on the old list, still on my new list.
Oh, yeah.
Smoking. I mean, those.
She is one of those hidden treasures because if you're on Twitter and you have her like following and all that stuff, like she'll put out some pictures. You're like, fuck, what the fuck is that?
Sol Ruca may be number 1. I mean, she's up there, but there's others in the running. And yes, Sherry Martel. Yes, Scary Sherry.
Sunny in the day. That's a hard act to follow. That's a very hard act to follow.
Mm-hmm. But
see, I'm older because Miss Elizabeth back in the day to me was like, holy shit.
She's too classy and elegant for my taste.
But that's what it was. It was like it was perfect. She was with Macho, who was crazy and all this stuff. And she was this nice little cute and sweet girl, beautiful as shit, but she'd smack a bitch.
Yeah. My brother loved Miss Elizabeth back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the 2000s ladies, plenty of them. I'll tell you the most underrated probably ever in the WWE or even just wrestling, Ivory.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
I get that.
Smoking. And she just was like, nah, I'm a dude. And it's like, no, you're not. Like, cut it out. Like, you're like hotter than everybody else.
And they had her at something semi-recently, and I'm like, yep, still.
Yeah,
she's got that bitch attitude that she'll kick your ass, and it's a super turn on.
She got the the King's of Queen wife there.
Yes.
And here's one non-wrestling thing we can talk about.
So no, it's the wife. It's the wife from Everyone Loves Raymond. That's what
it's super hot. I always thought she was super hot.
That's what I see her more like. Yeah.
Yep.
But I do get the why guys like the lass from King of Queens.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
I'm back.
We're going outside.
You keep moving around. It's freaking me out.
We're going to watch Mark Sanchez up to no good. Mark Sanchez, football player, used to be major announcer, now announces for football and all this stuff, like most, ex-quarterbacks and things. And, handsome, all the rest, rich. Apparently, he's just getting wasted in the middle of the night, walking the streets. And I think his whole career is over. He fucked this guy up. So the story is, before I show you this, he is like acting weird, walking around the streets in the middle of the night, apparently drunk or something, ends up attacking a guy that pulls down this alley that we're looking at that is driving a truck to refill oil or something. I don't know if it's cooking oils or whatever he's doing. He's just like this 70-year-old guy doing his job, ends up in an altercation with Mark Sanchez. He ends up getting beat up and like stabbed. He ends up stabbing Mark Sanchez, and then you see him like running away with like blood coming through his shirt, like a movie. So check some of this out. So there's the guy in the truck.
Yep.
Coming around the corner. Narrate for the podcast people. He's going into the alley, driving down there. And I think at this point, before the truck came down, Mark Sanchez already walked down this alley and took a right.
Right.
Oh, no, there he is.
Oh, nope, there he is.
All right, so that's how it starts. The truck comes down. Mark comes walking up the alley.
And if you're looking close, he's stumbling a little bit, so he's obviously fucked up.
Yeah,
he's
that guy across walking the other direction from him is looking at him like, huh?
He probably saw this on TMZ and said, "Oh, I could have gotten stabbed by this guy."
For real. There's a few people he walks by, and it's like, why didn't you attack any of them? But then he comes back after a while down this alley. Like this lady here is like. She's walking.
He looks like a predator.
Looks like a drunk Terminator. Stumbled past the club. Let's keep going here. 90 seconds later, he aimlessly walks back in the opposite direction.
He's looking for trouble. He's looking for trouble. That's what it looks like.
5 minutes later, he returns and leans against the alley wall. What are you doing just hanging out in alleys in the middle of the night? Stranger walks by and has a conversation with him.
He's lucky.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, Mark Sanchez? Waiting to stab somebody?
Then it says, and then Sanchez runs down the alley towards the alleged victim.
Oh God!
Look at him. He's literally running. He's behind a dumpster.
Yeah. Had to pee. Oh, he almost got checked by the dumpster.
And then he runs at the guy.
What the
and
fuck?
They get into it. Then he flees the scene all bloody with stab wounds. And this is the part where I seen pretty clear on the phone anyway, where it's like you could see the blood on the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's like right where his liver is.
Well, I'm thinking we had a conversation before, and I think we figured out who one of the serial killers are.
Yeah, it's Mark Sanchez this whole time.
Mark Sanchez.
Yep, he never recovered after that.
It looks like he deliberately was looking for something to stab. You know what I mean? It's not like he just was walking by and somebody said something stupid to him. They got into it. But he was walking up, then he walked back, and then he was hanging around, then he ran, and then he... Really strange.
Unless he knew that vehicle could only go one way and then come back, and he was waiting at the end of that road for the vehicle / the driver to come back. But yeah... Either that or he was just like, I'm waiting outside this alley and going to be opportunistic with whatever I can find to stick a knife in.
Yeah.
And word is he was doing wind sprints in this alley, and then the truck came in. He got mad about it.
Okay.
Wind sprints.
There's something wrong with you then if that happens. Okay. That doesn't make me go back. If somebody's getting pissed at me, it doesn't make me go back and try to stab them.
Does he have a history of violence or
no? That's the thing. It's like
no.
Seems very random,
very strange.
Mm-hmm. Something definitely up with Sanchez. Another football player was on a podcast like the past week and said that he knows what it's like. He's like, you go on these road trips in the NFL and you get hooked into drinking a lot, like binge drinking, basically, because you're like trying to waste the day while you're in like another city and things like that. And they're like, yeah, we would just go out and drink a ton after a certain point in the week, like every single week. And he's like, I think that's what he was up to. He was just in that mode still where it's like, it's this day, I get annihilated. And then he probably blacked out. And I don't know, there might be something to it. If there's anything spiritual going on, I think if you black out, you might be like possessed. Because
I've been possessed many a times then.
Well, I mean, because everybody always does the most obnoxious shit when you black out.
Yes, we do.
It turns into The Exorcist, you know? Like, going crazy, like projectile vomit.
Yeah. I think I've tried head all the way around when I was blacked out. Yeah, it's weird.
People, they get really violent when they drink. Not me. I'm a very happy drunk.
Yeah.
Yep. Get
That's weird.
So happy. I love you, man. Well, not that. I'm not one of those either, but
no, we wouldn't hang out.
Exactly. I'm the guy that gets really, really drunk and goes and grabs people's crotches sleeves.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got you. How's this hug?
It's a story for another time.
Yeah, another time. It wasn't me, by the way. I just want to say.
No, it wasn't me either. I got my dick grabbed.
Yes.
And it makes sense because that friend, eventually came out of the closet. So
made all the sense in the world. Hey, the day I knew, and I'm not even bullshitting you, I knew for a fact that our friend was gay when he said he didn't know who Dan Marino was. I'm like, you don't know who Dan Marino is. And he was older than me, And I'm like, yeah, it's very, very homosexual.
The day that I found out he was gay was the very first time that I met him.
Yeah. Well, that's
I remember our mutual friend that lives in Chicago had brought me to a show and said, "This is my friend. He's lead singer in a band." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Wow, he's gay." So he gets on stage and he does all his things, and I'm like, "This guy is gay." And I kept saying that to my friend. He's like, "No, he's married. He has a kid." And I'm like, "He's still gay.
That doesn't
He's
matter.
Still super gay." Yeah,
which is fine.
And yeah.
Then you walked into the room later on, and he was rogering your friend, and your friend's like, "No, I think you're wrong. You're not quite."
No, he's married. He's still straight.
I saw a video.
It's not
one of the bushwhackers this past week. An old video popped up on Instagram where he's getting picked up for a body slam or whatever, and he literally grabs him through the tights, and you can see it, and he's like, he gives him like 3 good pumps on it, and there's no way he pumped him that much and on purpose. He could have easily moved his hand to the side where it should be. Instead, he just kept grabbing at the same spot. And it's just like he's basically like whacking him off through his trunks while he's holding him up.
Hey, when opportunity knocks, you got to answer.
Isn't this
It's more like this.
Yeah, right. More like this. Upside down pumping.
It's not gay if you're friends, you know.
I hope the cleric is here for this hard-hitting analysis again on all these takes. Like, this is very informative. Yes, it is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's not gay if you're friends. I found that out today.
I love this. This story was awesome. I was going to bring this up a few weeks ago. The whole what was it called? NXT Invasion show. They had to change the name to Showdown because of the day it fell on. I was just, when I first heard that story, I couldn't stop laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. It's very inappropriate to laugh at all these things, but I do, you know.
I chuckled.
Ridiculous. I didn't know this story. They changed a Germany PLE for the elimination chamber to no escape. Get it? You can't have that name there. You have to no escape.
I thought that was going to get worse, but I'm thankful it didn't.
I never even thought of that before. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even say something about it? I would have never thought about that.
What the fuck?
Right, great job, guys. Thanks very much. Now hit the showers. Oh shit.
Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, so the OTC returned again a few weeks ago and then ended up losing in Saudi Arabia to Bronson Reed. And yeah, he must have been pissed off when he saw Bronson Reed beating up Seth Rollins. He didn't even go to take his sneakers or anything.
I know.
He's like,
I thought the same thing. I'm like, he didn't take his fucking shoes. What the hell? I thought they were going to keep going.
Maybe he wears the same size as Reigns or something, you know?
Yeah.
What? William, how dare you? I'm not even going to say it. Last time I said that or something like that, I got kicked off of TikTok. So they don't like jokes. Well, they like jokes about anybody else, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We'll see ya never again. We'll find you on Rumble. Right?
Yeah. If there's any inquiries for sponsoring.
Oh man, if Seth Rollins is really hurt, this really is the shits because I mean, they look at what they've built for him. They gave him 2 top guys, they gave him Paul Heyman, had his wife with him, and now he's injured. For real. Maybe.
Who knows? I don't believe it.
Yep.
I'm telling you, and I've said it in the past too. And the way he got hurt, I said, see, I'm right all the fucking time. It's aggravating how right I am because he did a stupid move, and that's what caused this to happen. He needs to come back. He needs to do a stone cold and say, I don't want to destroy my body and keep shit on the mat and stop doing these stupid fucking jumps and flips and all this stuff that's fucking him up.
I didn't see the spot. What did he do? The Phoenix Splash?
No, I think Cody was in the corner. He jumped off the rope and tried to do like a shoulder block, and that's where he tore his rotary cuff. Oh. And it's just that was unneeded, unfucking needed.
And they said he's going to be he's not going to be back for Mania.
No.
Nope.
So now you got knee problems, you got back problems, you got shoulder problems that you've all had replaced. And why would you come back and still do this fucking luchador jumping off the fucking bullshit when you're a good wrestler? And I'm not, no knock on luchador stuff and all that. There are plenty of guys that can do that. But Seth Rollins is destroying his body to do that when he doesn't have to. All his other stuff when he's not doing that is fantastic. So bring your shit to the mat.
He'll be back by the Rumble. He'll be surprised Royal Rumble entrant. If
Then he'll hurt himself again.
Yeah, probably. But if that's what they're saying about, oh no, he's not going to be back for Mania, boo-hoo, then it's probably going to be a Royal Rumble surprise to be like, oh my God, he regenerates just as quickly as John Cena does. What an amazing return.
A little bit of LeBron James juice will do the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stem cells, roids, all of it. Do it all, Seth Rollins. Come back.
Baby blood.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I was going to say Christopher Reeves on South Park style with the embryos. And then he just gets stronger each time.
Yeah.
Until Seth turns into Brock Lesnar. It's like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, this story. How about the Andrade stuff that's been going on?
God.
So we all know he gets released by WWE. Word was at the time, it's like, that's weird. They didn't give him a 90-day non-compete or anything like that. They're just letting him go, even though they said it was possibly from a wellness deal that they had. That's the reason why he was let go. So he ends up actually going on AEW on a Dynamite, starting this whole angle or whatnot, and then he's disappeared again. And then finally it come out that WWE is like, no, we don't want you to wrestle for like a year. Something like this. And it's like, I guess because of the wellness policy deal, if it would be like a loophole. So if you really wanted to get away from WWE, you just do some drugs or something. They catch you and you go, oh no, now you have to get rid of me. Right.
But the new clause, supposedly the new clause in the TKO contracts is, so if we don't want to like renew your contract, or you say you don't want to, fine. And they give you 90 days paid, right? And then you can go somewhere. But the stipulation is, and I want to see how this plays out, if you get fired, then you can't wrestle with another organization for 1 year. And you don't get paid. You don't get that 90-day pay, which I think is fine. Like, a lot of people are like, how can they tell you blah, blah, blah. I worked at a place that you couldn't work at a competitor if you quit or got fired for a year. It was part of the contract I signed. Any company can do that. And then people are saying like, well, he doesn't speak good English and maybe he didn't read it. And well, that's his fucking problem. You know what I mean? And another issue is, why didn't Tony Khan figure it out before he brought him on fucking TV? Because that could be a lawsuit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's AEW released him too. It's like, damn, you got released twice.
Even Dave Meltzer came on and said, why are they taking Andrade back? This is the guy that's their fucking cheerleader and all this stuff. They even said, like, why are they taking him back again? With 300, things of talent on AEW. Why do they need Andrade, who's obviously a problem?
My guess would be because of he was just seen on WWE TV, and
right.
That's going to draws more for them. That's how they feel. It's a whole. If you're on a bigger show and you get him on, then it's like, oh, well, he was just over. That whole deal. But yeah,
nothing's going to get them ratings at this point, especially Andrade. They just did a 323 or some shit last week against NXT. So
is that the lowest?
That's the lowest. That's Collision on Saturday. That's Rampage before it got canceled type of numbers. I mean, they're back up to like 530 or some shit like that this week. But yeah, last week was like in the 300s.
Because wrestling needs a major overhaul. I like Tony Storm. I like Moxley. I don't hate them or anything. But that's not like, to me, that's not going to get you to the mountaintop or anywhere near it. No. You're going to need to really be Why can't anybody just be creative anymore? Take some chances.
Yeah, they can't. That's why there's no new ideas. Everyone's just sitting back, counting their money and saying, yeah, let's just recycle this shit.
And supposedly Raw a couple weeks ago got 2.3 million, which is supposedly really, really low. I'm not like this big ratings guy or anything like that, but of course, like we talked about earlier with just the microcosm of the little Chelsea Green segment, when you see the same thing over and over and over again, who gives a shit? After you've seen it 5 times in a row, it's like, oh, okay. Now you just don't need to tune in.
People are getting smart to it now, where it's just like, oh, I just saw this, like a year and a half ago. Like, why am I going to watch this again?
In the Attitude Era, they were still like innovating. They brought you the Hell in the Cell. They were like, oh, people like this? How about we, come up with something different? Now it's just like, here's more PLEs.
Yeah.
We'll do the same PLEs over and over again that are like basically glorified Monday Night Raws.
That's what they are too. And it's if you go on Dynamite, you know exactly what's going to happen. It starts one way, it ends this way. In between is all this bullshit. It's the same thing with Raw, SmackDown. I hate to say it, NXT, TNA. They're all doing. You could watch each show and know exactly what's going to happen at this point. Where back in the day, if you went and watched Raw, it would start off different. And then you're like, oh, shit, that was different. And then you'd have a good match and a banger match and then maybe a segment that was different. And then the next week you watch, they changed it up. Now it's every single week. Cody Rhodes comes out, 15 minutes to walk down the fucking aisle. And then they chant his name. Then he comes out and says the same shit. Then somebody comes out, they say the same shit. And then they walk away and nothing happens. And then they have a... Nope, and then it's the same format. No, I'm done. Go ahead.
There was only an hour at one point, though. An hour's worth of Raw each week. So we'd all gather around and we'd get our snacks and we'd enjoy little bits of Monday Night Raw. And then for the next week, we'd talk to our friends about it. Did you see this? Did you see that? I wonder, are they going to do this with this angle? Are they going to do that with that angle? But nowadays, before you've even had a chance to ask your friends if they saw it, there's another hour of something else on. And the hour that we just watched wasn't an hour. It was 3 hours. So like you've just mentioned, they have to stretch and buy time because it's like, well, we've got another 15 minutes until the ad break, so there's no point doing our match yet, because we could do with it after the break, and it revolves around that. And AEW just didn't learn from this mistake. As soon as Tony Khan had the opportunity, I even wrote an article, DannyDamage.co.uk, running before they can walk. He had 3 shows. He had 3 fucking weekly shows within the first 3 months or something stupid. And it's like, how have you not learned to just fucking keep it shorter and keep people hungry for your thing? But instead, you've just got at least you got 4 hours because Dynamite was 2 hours, wasn't it? So you've got 2 hours of that, an hour of Rampage, and an hour of whatever the fucking other one was. Dark. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dark, yeah.
After Dark. Now Collision.
Yeah.
Well, it's like WCW did it too. They do Nitro, goes head to head with Raw. They're doing great, and then they added Thunder, and that was the beginning of the end. It started to be too much. They used to do pay-per-views every 3 months or so. They went to doing pay-per-views every month. It dilutes the product.
And how about just the promos? Because I've been doing these promo edits past few months, and man, it's the same shit over. I got a trilogy of I'm Seth Rollins videos. Just go watch that. That's how many times they say Seth Rollins. They're pretty much identical promos. So every time CM Punk and LA Knight see each other in a ring, it's the same shit. Even CM Punk by himself is just like Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins. The way he even says it, he sounds like a nerd. Seth Rollins. It's like, shut up, dude. But yeah, it's like doing these promo edits. I've learned very quickly, like, holy shit, all these promos are the same. So that's why the excitement is really gone. If you're waiting for Raw to come on or whatever, and you're like, oh, Cody Rhodes is going to start the show, or CM Punk, or this one, yeah, he's really good on the mic. He's just going to say the same shit he said last time.
Exactly. Yeah. Every single week, same promo. And it's not even like Seth's doing the same promo as Seth each week. Seth is doing the same promo as CM Punk. He's doing the same promo as LA Knight.
But just recently, when they beat up Seth Rollins to open the show, they had Heyman cut a promo and to talk everybody up. They did that like last month. You did the same promo last month. It's the I am God video that I made.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring. It's so boring. It's so cookie cutter boring. Same shit boring.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's really, I got some other notes here. I'm looking around. Nothing too exciting. One funny note, again, with AEW. I haven't talked this much AEW in a long time, folks.
AEW sucks.
They're very upset about these ICE ads, which I find hilarious. And I did notice it, too. I watched some NXT on Tuesdays, and then I turned on when I saw Kenny Omega doing the Macarena, and then it cuts to an ICE ad because around here, Danny, they're recruiting. They want more, and they're like, "We'll give you $50,000, bonuses right off the bat, blah blah blah." Because people are going to be gunning for you and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm good with that job for now.
Yeah.
But I'm just laughing because they're running ICE ads during AEW, which is like running an ICE ad during the No Kings rally they're having down there.
That is pretty good. I like it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And it's funny too. They're really hitting. They're like, oh, wrestling? This is where we're gonna put the ads.
Right.
They've just seen how many of Tony Khan's roster are like luchadors and be like, that percentage, I don't think that percentage are going to be legal. That's very highly stacked. That doesn't seem natural. And they are probably all perfectly legal, but it's Tony Khan's booking. That's just like, yeah, let's just get 150 luchadors on the roster. It'll be fine. It just looks a bit strange to like ICE agents, I guess.
Who was the guy that came out with the I don't know, the fuck ICE shirt or something with Eddie Kingston?
Brody King, yeah.
Brody King. That's probably what sparked it, to be honest, which is petty.
I also saw that they're taking away anti-ICE signs out of the AEW crowd. They're actually just like, no, they're like just ripping them out of people's hands.
Like, why are you bringing that to a wrestling show? Like, stop it. Because it's all about you.
Why do they bring, the trans signs and stuff like that? Like, take care of trans, like, kids. It's like, what? And then CM Punk will be like, yes, or he'll like pull out the Kenny Omega will pull out the ICE poster and be like, yeah. And it's like, guys, not everybody is on your side, right? You understand what's going on here, right? So it's just these things, how everything is so politicized. It's obnoxious to me.
I'm all about that. I work at a place that is a subcontractor for the government, and you can't have any political shit, all that stuff. So I blame the organizations for this. I think they have every right. If you're walking into a wrestling event and you have an anti-ICE thing, no, you can't bring that in. You know what I mean? A fuck Trump thing. You can't bring that in. Go Seth Rollins, have fun. Like, stop bringing your political shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And
as long as they take out, sorry, I was going to say, as long as they sort of like penalize people of like all religious or all
of it,
political sides, not just we disagree with that, so we'll get rid of that. If it's just come on, you're stirring shit here for politics for no reason, get that out. If you want to say yay Roman, boo Roman, like you say, that's fine. But as long as they're just not picking and choosing because of what suits their opinion.
Yeah, it has to be, universal across the board. Just we're not, especially if you're going to be on TV. Your sponsors will get pissed off at that, and all. It's dumb.
The next show,
it just causes too much.
Next show I go to, I'm bringing Samoan fatigue poster. And shout out to Dave Sarah. Very sorry I've never subbed until now. Great show. Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs to be subbed. It is so hard to get people to sub to this show. This is another celebrity. Dabbleverse celebrity coming on Thursday to talk with me about the Dabbleverse. Again, you guys are going to learn to love it, okay? This guy is the king of it. We also have many other players. My top two, it's this fellow here, and of course, Kevin Brennan on MLC. Everybody else I can, they're around. They do things. They dabble as well as Dr. Huge does. But, They don't got the chops like the old Dr. Huge over here. Let's just be very clear. No puppets needed. Maybe a Hulk Hogan every once in a while. You know what I mean? But no lucha masks, no filters, and no works. This is all real.
And no shirts coming soon.
Yep. Shirts.
You know what? No shirts.
I gotta talk to you off the. I got a bunch of old Slee shirts you got to buy for me.
Okay.
Remember the Slee shirts? I went into the attic the other day. I'm looking for my old 80s toys, and I know they're around here somewhere. And I like turn this place upside down, and I can't find them. But I did find the Slee shirts, and there was plenty of them. And yeah, we'll work out something. We'll get you going.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Got them printed up and everything. Oh my God. I think Todd Twos did that tat. He might have done it. I don't know who that is, but it is a badass tat though. Look how fucking badass this guy is.
Oh God.
Look how crazy this guy looks.
No.
He needs a swastika right in the middle.
He needs a cult. That's what he needs.
Just like Charles Manson. Yeah.
Move out in the desert.
Everybody needs to subscribe. Everybody needs to retweet, share this show, hit the notifications, and that fucking like button. There's some shows, they stink out here, and they'll do like, they got like 80 likes. How? Is everybody getting likes and views? Am I the only one that's not? I never will. Never.
No.
Wrong emoji.
You're better than that.
Yeah, you like that. Jesus. Yeah. Wrong emoji. Paladin. And Dave says, like Keith. What? Keith Chains. His keychains. That's not a joke. The guy said his name. He was Keith Chains. Yeah, John. He's got a lot. He's always moving and shaking out here. He's got keychains being made up and sending them out, right? And all kinds of things. Hey, I'm a member now. I got membered up for free over in John's channel, so I'm working on it. I may even get on Stuttering John's show one day, and when that happens, I'll be the next big thing ever. Lead guitars and everything, Dave. You know what I'm talking about. Yep, but that's it for me. You guys have anything else that you want to say?
Danny?
No, I'm good, cheers. I've not really been paying massive... I've paid a little bit of attention to the news, but I've just been quite busy, so we've covered everything that caught my attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me, though. I'll say that. It's always a pleasure. It's been a few weeks. It's fun.
Yeah, next week, maybe I'll work up a Erica Kirk deal. I know she's this poor widow and everything. Everybody understanding that vibe she's giving out is just so unreal. So unreal. So we got to dig into that.
On Revenge of the Sis a couple of weeks ago, when they did the celebration of Charlie's life, when Mrs. Kirk came out with all the fireworks, they put Cody Rhodes music on top of it, and it worked perfectly.
What do we want to think?
It was harsh, but it worked. Yep. It just fit. And yeah, I don't think she agreed to the pyro. It's probably something other people did, but yeah, it looks a bit out of place.
It's so much more. Again, like I said, I'm going to prove to you and everybody else, all the masses, that something is up here. And how about this? I believe that this is being worked into. Watch, in a couple years, she's going to be the vice president running for president with J.D. Vance. That's my take.
Probably.
Maybe. I believe in opportunists, and that people will just be very opportunistic with situations like this. Whether or not it was orchestrated is a different story. But definitely, people are waiting for opportunities just to be like, "All right, yeah, let's see how we can swing this if it happens."
Before we sign off, she has the same security that ran detail for her husband that fumbled his life in front of everybody, and she's going to keep the same security team. Really?
What are you going to do though if you're outside in that sort of an environment? Unless you're just going to make
another
literal
security
human
team.
shield.
Yeah,
they're not the only ones in the world. I don't know.
Yeah, but
not keeping the ones that like let my husband get shot in the neck at a stupid college in the middle of Utah. You know. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a major red flag. But anyway,
Might have a contract. Might have already been paid for.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Please,
Might like a 2-year deal on that or something.
Did you do your plugs?
No.
Do your plugs.
DrHUGEshow.co.uk. Plenty of articles and stuff to read and watch. Thank you very much. Sleaze.
All my social media at the SLZ52.
There it is, folks.
There it is, folks.
And of course, me, hit that QR code, all kinds of stuff. I'm planning a Whatnot show. Got the comics here all set up to sell out of my own personal collection. Many Mylar bags, museum bags even, brand new boards, all that stuff. All these other scammers and stuff on Whatnot, they sell like loose comics, old bags and boards and shit. It's gross, Not Dr. Huge, professional. See me over there at some point. And we'll catch you again Tuesday night. I got a show lined up. Thursday night got a show lined up. And we're booking many, many more. Many more. So stay tuned for all this. And we'll talk to you later. Bye. See ya.
Bye.
I got my tongue up the tip, right?